Hello, good morning. This is Adriel here, tuned in with you on italki.com/I stay at home and also the YouTube page. Welcome if you're here in the class today. I'm just starting in. I don't know, again, if you are here, you can say hello, you can say good morning. I know this is our first class of the day, so we have a long way to go, but this is one of the final days of the live stream classes this week. This is my second to last class. My last class will be tomorrow on Thursday, and the classes will conclude on Friday. So it's good to see some of you again. I have Nacho, Alessandra, Daniel, Marina, Grazia, Joanna, Christian. I have a lot of people today. I have Angel and Nacho as well on the YouTube channel. So it's good to see you all today. Again, some people that I recognize, some people that are new. If you are new to these classes, you can feel free to tell me where you're from and maybe what your job is, what your work is. If you're still working, if you were working before the crisis, you can share whatever you're comfortable with. There's no problem. Today's going to be a business class. It's going to be a business class that is going to combine a few different things I've already talked about in previous classes with a focus on teamwork. So if all of you are ready to go, I'm going to start with you. It already seems like you're a nice crowd already. Thank you again for being up so early to check out these live stream classes. It really is a pleasure to be giving them today. So we're going to be talking about teamwork and problem solving today. We're also going to be talking a little bit about decision making, collaborating. These are a few things that I talked about in some previous classes, but a lot of you are new, so it's going to be the first time maybe that you're seeing some of this information. Good morning, Vanessa. Good to see you again. And Antonio on YouTube. All right, Maria's from Poland. All right, Cześć, good to see you. And I also have Christian from Almeria, Spain. Okay, and Sarah. Okay. All right, so I'll just say it in as many languages as I can, right? So, buenos dias, buongiorno, bon dia, bonjour, dobry dzień, and however other ways you can teach me how to say it. So, good morning to everyone. So, let's begin here. So again, starting here with this topic, we're going to do a quick overview on teamwork. Again, we know what teamwork is. It's something that we all have. But we have to talk about the extent of what teamwork means to us, because some of us, maybe we work on a team, but we don't have to rely on the team to work. You understand? Some people, there are really, whenever you go in for a job interview in English, there are two things that people ask you about. Well, at least I got asked this when I did dozens of interviews years ago. They would ask you if you're a team player or if you're a self-starter. Team player or a self-starter. Now, it really depended what job you were working in. I feel I'm more of a team player, and I told this to someone once during an interview, and they said, well, okay, if you're a team player, understand that we want someone who's more of a self-starter. So didn't get the job. It's gone. So, but the thing is that's okay, because every company has a different work culture. But I do think that no matter what your job is, whether you work alone or with others, there is the idea of working collectively, right? So working in a team collectively. So I have this quote here that I found that I think is pretty interesting. It's an interesting sort of way that we work with grammar in English. It says, none of us is as smart as all of us. Okay, so again, as making, right? Again, we're making a little bit of a comparison here. So again, what do you agree with this quote? Why? Why not? I mean, let's talk a little bit about maybe the price. Let's talk a little bit about for example, the the idea that this is collective work, teamwork, right? So again, you don't have to agree or disagree with anything. You can comment, you can just share a different opinion. The idea is that this is an opportunity to engage with me, engage with each other, to practice your English. So if you have any ideas or thoughts, you can share them in the comments. You don't have to be at all, how do I say, scared. But I'm already seeing some of you are sharing. Like I see some people are helping people with their English. That's really good. When I used to do group classes, again, collective classes, I really prefer the ratio of teacher-student talking time, where there's less where there's more students that are talking more than the teacher. So the teacher speaks less than the students, and it's great because you can help yourself, right? So let's see some of these ideas coming in. I have from Nacho and Angel on YouTube. Nacho saying, "I fully agree. None of us can have all the knowledge. It's always good to have different points of view." And Angel says, "I totally agree because several minds can think better than only one of them." Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's about that we're stronger together, right? I mean, again, we're talking about people during the crisis, the COVID-19 crisis. I actually think that even though there are, people that we think are, maybe not doing the right thing, I think most people are doing the right thing for other people. They're doing all they can too. And I think it's the collective idea. So Serena says, "I agree. It doesn't mean that you are more stupid, but everyone can have a different capacity." Okay. And let's see. Yeah, everybody's just kind of agreeing with this. Again, it's we have a lot of people agreeing. And I just want to greet some of you that came in that said hello. Again, some people from Poland, Catalonia, Luxembourg. Yeah, wow, it's a very diverse crowd today. Let's continue here. So everybody agrees with the quote. Great. So we're going to work well together as a team. This is for sure is a good thing. So what are some different teams you have been a part of? Again, what are some challenges that would make the team less effective? Let's talk a little bit. Let's talk business, right? We say this in English. Let's talk business, right? Business talk. Let's talk a little bit about our professional experiences, or it doesn't have to necessarily be professional. Maybe you might have volunteered for an organization and you were on a team, or you had to work with other people. So give me some examples. Again, what are some challenges that would make the team less effective? Again, things that might happen that will make working together more difficult. Can you give me a little bit of a perspective here? All right. So, all right. I'm just looking at some comments here. Someone says, "In my point of view, there is a problem finding." Yeah, finding. Right. We have to use the gerund. Responsible people to make decisions. Okay. Christian says, "Teamwork almost always achieves better outcomes than individual work." Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Um, Aga says, "It's all about communication, always. Poor communication always means less effectively." Okay. Cultural misunderstandings. Let's see. And the relationship between coworkers. Okay, good. So we have a few different things, right, that might create challenges, right, with working in a team. A few other people here, Angel and Nacho, commenting, "If there is not communication between them, and if it's always difficult to deal with the problem if all of the teammates have opposite interests." Yeah. So we're looking at a lot of different factors, right? Factors such as the relationships with our coworkers, factors such as, for example, cultural differences. Although I do think that that's something we can go past. I think the idea is how we are maybe trained to work together, or how we can work it, but it can be difficult. There can be generational differences. There can be differences in how people prefer to work. Maybe there's a different, again, maybe you come from a work culture that you did things in one way, and then you go to another culture and you think it's going to be the same thing. I once worked two different teams for the same company. And I went into the second job in the company thinking that, oh, it's going to be the same thing because we're the same company. Wrong, not true. It's a different boss, it's a different team, it's a different universe. You can't, just think, oh, I did things this way before, I can do things. So there's even even within the company, there's different cultures. So I think that's more of a thing. So let's see. I have a few more comments from the I Stay at Home page. It says, Laura says, you don't agree with someone else's opinion. Eleonora says, I think it depends on the team, context, and field. Can you always team up with a colleague? Well, you can. I mean, the idea, right, is that you could maybe work together with a colleague, but it depends also if you have if this is a colleague you get along with, right? Get along, it means a colleague that you feel comfortable working with. Okay, so and yeah, management of emotions. Sometimes people don't listen to each other. Disrespect. Yeah, you want to say disrespect for that comment there. Yeah, so yeah, these are good answers. I mean, again, we all know that these are common problems, right? So here's another thing. How effective is it to have people in a team that are very different from each other? Now, there's a big, when I teach classes about teamwork and about working, collaborating, one thing that I always look at with people is we look at a situation where someone is going to work with someone that they prefer more, right? They prefer more. And they don't want to work with the other person because they disagree with that person, that person stresses them out. But that other person is a good person to work with. They're just, maybe a little bit stressed out. So, and we find out in the end that maybe it's better that the person works with this different person, because if they do that, they learn something new and they see things from a different perspective. If you work with the same people all the time, it's good because it's more comfortable. And I agree that you should do that, because if you work with people that you have problems with all the time, you're probably going to leave your job. But if you find a way to see things from another person's perspective, that can be a positive experience to work with people that are very different from you. So again, just looking at this question, how effective is it to have people in a team that are very different from each other? Should everybody on the team be totally the same? Is it okay to have different people? I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean, they could still be qualified for the job, right? So I have a comment here from Nacho saying it could be more difficult to start the conversation, but at the end, it will help to build something stronger. Yeah, I think so too. I think that, to be honest with you, I learned more from people who were hard on me than people who were easy on me. You understand? They weren't me. Sometimes, well, some of them were not very nice to me either, but some of them were very, helpful. They were just hard on me because they knew I could do better. I had potential to do better. And I think that that's okay. You need to sometimes have people that can be hard on you to show you something, and yeah, sometimes they, they might be unfair, but it's kind of how it goes. But I have another comment from Angel. I think it's not important if they are different. The important thing is that they work hard in the same way and they get along. Okay, yeah. So that's good. That's good. Yeah. Um, let's see. Laura says, I think it depends on the issue you have to deal with. Yeah, okay. But can you explain more? Can you tell me more about maybe, you know, if it's a good idea to have people on a team that are very different from, does it work? Or maybe should the person work with a different team or a different department? I mean, what all right. So Eleonora says different perspectives, yeah, backgrounds, experiences, ages, goals can add value to a team, right? Right. And projects, but people should be open-minded and cooperative. Yeah. Yeah. I think so too. I think sometimes too, one thing that can happen is, especially with the generational thing or the work experience, you might have people that just say, we've been doing it this way for 30 years and we're not going to change it. But 30 years, a lot of things can change, right? With the culture, the work routine, a lot of things can change, right? And let's see. Christian says if they are very different from each other, they could provide several ideas. Yeah. Aga says it's really effective. Teams should be different, play different roles. M. Belbin checked. Okay. We need diversity and wise leaders. Yeah, good, good. All right, yeah. Teamwork. Good. So teamwork is something yeah, Nacho says sometimes it's okay to push people a bit. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you have to also be respectful, I think. But yeah, pushing people is a good thing. I think there's a big difference too. Now that I've worked in Europe and I've worked in the United States, I kind of see a difference also in how people are pushed. I think that there's a I think it's different the way it's done. I don't know. There's a different thing. It's a little bit more passive, I think sometimes. People they show respect for you. In some cultures, there's passive and direct communication. Some cultures it's totally passive, which means you're not supposed to confront people. You're supposed to show, respect and understanding, but still tell them to do better. I mean, it's interesting. So to answer one of the people's questions, Sashin, what is teamwork? Well, remember, team, right, is like a sports team, right, like a football team or a cricket team or a a team that plays a sport. And teamwork is when the team works together, right? So to work together. So when we talk about an office situation or a work situation, we have a team working together, a bunch of people working, a lot of people working together. Yeah. Yeah, I have a question here from Laura about what I mean by different background, education, character. Well, yeah, I mean different because we come from, different backgrounds, for example, maybe different cultures, different ways we were educated, different ways we learned how to work. So there's a great thing about difference. The thing that we have to do is sort of find a common understanding, because we're going to have lots of workplaces where there's different generations, different people from different cultures, different people from different educations. So it's something that we have to work with, right? That's why the teamwork is an important thing to work on. Um, so moving this together, right? Again, let's just look at a little bit of functional language for teamwork. There are quick ways to give advice or to respond to advice, right? You can use should, right? Why don't you? Have you tried? Don't be, right? These are ways that we can work with responding to advice or giving advice, right? And again, should is a great way to ask. And when we ask as a negative question, why don't you? Why shouldn't we? Why are we asking a negative question in this situation? Like if I say, for example, why don't we learn some why don't we learn English? For example, why don't we work together? Why am I asking that in a negative way? Why don't we? Why shouldn't we? Can you give me the reason why we do that? Again, it's sort of something I teach a lot of students, but using a negative question form to find information. Why are we asking a negative question? Why don't you? Why don't we? When we say don't be, that's a negative. That's a negative sort of maybe response. But when we say why don't you? Like for example, why don't you try doing this? Why don't you ask your boss if? Yeah, what? You ever try asking these negative questions in English before? Yeah. Is anyone there that wants to is brave enough to answer this question? Um, well, okay. So Angel says because you think there is something better that could be done. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And also, you're saying it's like saying why not, right? Why not? It's an idea that you have. Like, it is something better. There's no reason why we shouldn't. Yeah. And yeah, and in Italian that exists too. That's true. I also am studying Italian right now, and in many languages you'll find the negative question form. but it can be sort of confusing because sometimes people might forget to add something that asks the question. In this case, why. They might say just don't, and that of course changes the meaning completely if we don't say why. So it's something to think about. Okay, so just kind of moving forward with this, sometimes the structures change depending on how you ask the question. So for example, if you say, for example, for example, should, right? Should we try, right? We're just going to use then again we're just going to be using the infinitive, right? Should we try again? If we're going to use, for example, have you tried talking to your colleagues, right? We would have to use then the ing form, right? And again, it really depends. Like, why don't you try, right? Why don't you talk to, right? There's a few different ways. You could also say it's important to try. So sometimes we have the idea where we add the infinitive form with to infinitive or just infinitive. And sometimes we have the verb in the ing form, depending how we ask. But again, just a quick question. Who do you expect to give you strong advice? Your boss, your friend, your parents? In your life, who are people that give who are people that give strong advice? Can you tell me that? Yeah. All right. Yeah, for example, Christian has a question. Why don't we meet this afternoon for a cup of coffee and talk about it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just going to this about this, like, who do you expect to give you strong advice? Your boss, your friend, your parents, family. Okay. So family will give you strong advice. More than your boss? More than your friend? Who's more likely to give you strong advice? Okay, good. So friend and family, my mother, sister and husband, mentor, good advice, just family. Yeah, it's funny. I actually thought maybe we would see more your boss, but it looks like we're seeing a lot more people saying family. Maybe because family, right, is someone that we fully trust, with our secrets and with our, with our opinions, right? It's very different with your boss or with your friend. Maybe there's some things you won't tell your boss or your friend. Yes, Mike says family first. Yeah, that's interesting. I was sort of wondering who would. Well, Antonio says yourself is the person who can best advise you. Yeah, so you would actually say the best person who can advise you is yourself, right? We have to use the so. Yeah, okay. Most people say family, and yeah, Christian says it depends on the topic, but still, we make a good point here. That's a good point. I mean, again, people say family. No one says their boss. Not one person has said their boss. So you must not think that your boss's advice is very good advice. Okay. Maybe you are a boss. I don't know. Well, okay. We'll continue with this. All right. So again, let's talk about then about decision making, right? So when we're talking about decision making, when we say how, again, let's say we're working on a team, right? And let's think about personal decisions we make in our lives, right? So these are the following situations. Again, do you decide yes, no, or depends? So you're working on an important paper. The deadline is tomorrow, but it's your partner's birthday. Do you work late to finish it? So again, we're looking at a situation here. We're going to talk a little bit why I'm mentioning this about decision making, because again, we were talking about teamwork. So there's two things that we have to think about with teams, and that's decision making and that's solving problems. So I want to see how you make these decisions. See if maybe you need to delegate, right? We say delegate when you ask for advice, maybe. Do you think you should ask for advice? All right. So yeah, so Christian says if I need a piece of advice in my work about tasks, I will need my boss's advice. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, okay. So so we have a few comments coming in. One person already said no about this one. Does anyone else say yes or depends depending on the topic? Do you have an idea on what, 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 uh, what, uh, what, uh, what, 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 what you should do? Hmm? Yes. Okay. So I have a few people saying yes. Alessandra says depends. If you say depends or no, I would like to know why. Why? Just okay. So Sachin Singh says work first. Okay, that's good. Work first. Yeah, that's a good idea. And if you say depends or no, you can explain why. Yes, I guess you're again. Remember, in this situation, you're going. If you say yes, right? You're saying yes that you'll do the party first. So do you think you can do the party and then finish the important paper? Do you think that's true? Okay. So okay. Okay, so again, people talking about delegating, right? We have someone saying I try to delegate it or ask my family members for permission to work. Okay. Let's see. I have a few people saying, Alessandra saying, depending on the real importance of the paper. It does depend on the real importance of the paper. Um, Sergio saying, I try to do both things, birthday and deadline. Okay. Marina says, I will leave early. Okay. All right. So we have people that are saying some pretty different answers here. So it kind of depends what you're, again, what you're feeling, right? Angel says it depends on what is important, is the paper you are working on, or if some of the colleagues could finish it for you. So some of you are very, very smart about doing these things, right? So yeah, Mike says yes, my partner should understand me. Yeah, unfortunately there can be a situation where this happens to you, where maybe there's two very important things happening. My solution to this, of course, would just to be to have a good lunch and then work the rest of the day after a siesta or something like that. So, kind of depends on how well organized you are. Okay, so decision number 2. Again, a friend gives you a tip for an investment. You could either make or lose a lot of money. Do you take his or her advice? All right, so when we talk about a tip, right? First of all, we have to look at the vocabulary. What is a tip in this situation? What is a tip for an investment? Yeah. A tip is a word that has many meanings in English. And again, do you take his or her advice for this tip? An advice. Good. Yeah. So Luthia said it's an advice. So that's good. Yeah. A tip can also be like money that you leave for someone after a restaurant in the United States or in a bar. But in this situation, right, it's a piece of advice. We say a piece of advice, right? So, yeah, just kind of. Let's see. So Marina says, no, I don't. Daniel says it depends on his or her experience in investment. Yeah, good. Um, okay, yeah, so that's true. It does depend on their experience in investment. Grazia says, if he's rich, I'll take it, or if she's rich, right? But yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, Anyone else have maybe again anyone on YouTube watching? Do you have maybe something? Okay, Antonio says it depends how much money I have. Yeah, good, good. Now you're thinking like a businessman. Yeah, that's important, right? I mean, if you have a low risk situation, you make an investment. It's risk, right? Now, if you have a situation where it's maybe it's high risk, you have to think about whether or not you want to do that, right? I mean, it could be business is risk in essence, but also we don't have to make business risky or have a high amount of risk, right? There can be something where you again you can sort of make this decision based on your experience, based on what's going on. So looking here, I have another comment from Mike saying it depends on the risk of investment and my trust in him. Okay, yeah. All right, so kind of depends, right? All right. Okay. So everybody's saying depends. Some people say yes. No one is saying no. So everybody wants to get very rich, maybe, with this investment. Okay. Last piece of advice. This is one that again, you get a job offer to work in a boring job that's in a nice city. you get paid 2 times more than your current salary. Do you take the job? Yeah. Do you take the job? Again, it's a boring job in a nice city, and you get paid 2 times more, twice as more than your current job. So do you take the job? Is this something that you'll be happy doing? Okay, so I have one person who answered number two. I'll take a little risk, low amount investment from Sachin Singh. Okay, and let's see. Christian says it's only a piece of advice. You are responsible. You can say you are responsible for your decision. Alessandra says yes, sure. Daniel says yes. Alessandra says almost for a period. Okay. Marina Grazia say yes, of course. Okay. All right. So everybody would be okay um, taking a very boring job in a nice city. I had some people in a past class that told me that they would take this job because for them, they could have a nice lifestyle outside of their job. And if they didn't like the job, they could leave the job. Well, it depends also on your contract, right? Yeah, Luthia says, I don't think so because I'll probably, you can say experience burnout or, yeah, have burnout in the future. Yeah, and I think again, might you say I'm looking for something that's well paid, and more interesting. Okay, so again, we have a little bit of we say mixed emotions with this situation, right? Again, Angel says it depends on your circumstances. Maybe you need money, and it could be good to work some time and to save some money. Okay. So, yeah, I think some of these were interesting because, again, with the first one, I think people were, very mixed. The second one, no one was saying no, but again, mixed. And with this one, I think more people are kind of saying, yeah, why not? Because maybe because there's less risk with this situation, right? The other two situations, there's more risk. So let's put this into context, right? So when we make well, let's look at some functional language for decisions, and then we're going to go into the idea of problem solving together as a team. So when we make a big decision, we organize the following ideas. We define our objectives. We choose our priorities carefully. We collect all the data we need. We consider our options, and we monitor the effects, the pros and cons, which, if you may know, pros and cons, right, are the positive and the negative outcomes, results, right? Yeah. And the final decision, we implement it. So, which of these for you are the most important? Which are the least important on this list? All right, I have one more comment that came in from Antonio that I would take the job so that I could earn some money, and then I would try to promote or change the job because it gives you a different experience. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. I think it's looking good. Yeah. So, and yeah, there's a lot of people that say stuff like Aga saying money talks. I have someone that says if I have free time to spend nice time after after you can say if I have free time to like have a good maybe lifestyle after work, I will take this job. Marina says I'm sure I will find another job later. I prefer working in a job which I like. Despite earning less money, I will be happier. Mike says I would have to think about it. I think about it, right? The most important is to find the balance. And now, just to sort of answer some of the this question for this slide here, I have a few interesting answers here. So a lot of people are saying pros and cons. Luthia is saying the most important is the analysis when you can balance pros and cons. Carme is saying if this job gives me good knowledge. Well, that's from the last question. Yeah. Let's see. Objectives. Okay, yeah, maybe talking about priorities, maybe. I'm trying to see that. Objectives, pros and cons. Okay. So I think a lot of people, they always say, right, that priorities are really good. And Angel is saying define your objectives, because you have to be sure what you want in your life, and maybe to choose the best option. Okay, yeah. Priorities. Okay, so objectives, priorities, pros and cons. Okay, these are the big ones that I'm seeing here on this. I have one person that said analysis and alternatives. Interesting. Not many people say alternatives. So that's the first time I think I've seen someone mention alternatives as one of the most important. Yeah, I mean, logically, objectives and priorities are the most important. But what we should be looking at together, right, is sort of maybe again, if you look at objectives, priorities, and then you have pros and cons, you already have three very big ideas. You look at ideas such as, for example, why am I doing this? How do I do this? What happens if I do this? Right? It's the why, how, what, the very important sort of factors, right? Um, and yeah, okay. So I think we do all agree, but it is good to have some of the separate opinions. You can also mention which ones are least important too. So again, these are some good ones. Um, so again, solving problems, right? Now that we have language about working in a team, we have language about making decisions, we're going to talk a little bit about solving problems. So again, how is solving problems different from making decisions? Are both ideas connected, right? Again, solving problems means also offering and suggesting solutions. There are four steps to problem solving. There's, again, defining the problem, brainstorming solutions, a word that I think many of you know, especially the Spanish audience. There's reviewing ideas, and there's selecting the final solution. So, any other options you would add to this list of problem solving? Anything else that maybe looks interesting to you? Are there other options you would add to this list? So maybe if there's new vocabulary, you can also ask me about the vocabulary, ask each other. Yeah. Let's see. So some people still responding from the last one. Again, choosing an objective is more important. Yeah, I would say that's a good call, a good thing. But so any other options you would add to this list of problem solving? Now you can of course take your time to answer. You can say if you agree with this process, if there's anything else maybe that we didn't mention earlier that you'd like to add to this list, you can do that. You can add it to this list. And I'm perfectly okay with some moments of silence. Again, not a problem at all. It's something that I encourage in my class to let you give your thoughts together. But again, when we define the problem, right, we're sort of saying what is the problem, right? What is the problem? When we brainstorm solutions, right, we it means we think about the solution, but we talk about different ideas, maybe different ways that we can solve the problem, right? And then we review the ideas, right, to make sure we're making the right choice, right? And then we select, implement, right? The last word we used, implement, select the final solution. Yeah, let's see. I have a few things coming in. So solution implementation and check how it works. Yeah, so you could do an analysis, right? Just like the last the last kind of list we looked at, and then you could find experts. You can assess impacts. And let's see. Antonio says thinking about tools we can count on in order to tackle the problem. And Angel says sometimes a change of a boss is a good idea to solve the problem. so, so we've got some funny comments here. Okay. So yeah, choose a person who can solve the problem. Answer to an expert. Delegate, right? Delegate. That's the word we used, right? I'm going to write that on the main page, but delegate, right? Delegate. It's an important word there to think about. Okay, so we're going to solve a problem together. So when we're making decisions, again, solving problems requires our time and attention. So, what are some everyday problems you face at work or with others? How do you solve them? How important is them? How important is it to solve these problems? Again, how important is creativity? How important is sort of brainstorming? Again, being creative. So, what are some everyday problems that? So, let's talk about life before the crisis, or we can talk about everyday problems now with the crisis. So, what are some things that you see as everyday problems? Do you work with others? Do you work with a team to solve these problems? Let's think a little bit about some of these things: teamwork, decision making, problem solving. So, again, let's think about a few ideas. All right. So we have a few people saying, again, data gathering, right? Laura says, my partner is much more important, or far more important than my job. I try to delegate or work with the previous days to move up. Yeah, okay. So you catch up. We say catch up sometimes is a good thing, right? When you catch up, right, is like when you're sort of behind, like a race, or you're behind, so you catch up. You go forward. All right. So we do brainstorming. Okay, talk about that. Okay. hmm And for Ruslan that just joined, this live stream is about teamwork, decision making, and problem solving. So we're sort of reaching the end of the of the live stream, but we still have about 19, 18 minutes to go. So would you like to? Would like to share their ideas again. Can you tell me about everyday problems you face at work or with others, and how do you solve them? Yeah, how do you solve these problems? All right. So one from Angel. One of the most difficult problems is to deal with different opinions and try to reach a common agreement. Okay, yeah, try to reach a common agreement. That's a good one. Um, let's see. Alessandra says, I'm a tourist guide and I work, you can say, work with my own clients. Um, and you could also, well, it depends. Maybe you're saying like you work by my own clients. Well, you can say, maybe that you make your own clients, right? You have your own clients and you solve problems and make decisions on your own. Yeah. On my own. Yeah, that's the way that we'd say that. Yeah. Um, and Martina says sometimes people don't share information. Okay, like what, for example, information? What is information in this situation? What do you mean by information? Can we look at this here? Yeah. Um, any ideas? Information. Hmm. Um, okay. So Ruslan says, uh, you know, let's see. I normally have a heated argument. Okay, yeah. You're talking about maybe solving problems. Um, just trying to see if some of you want to talk about everyday problems. Again, everyday problems now, everyday problems before the crisis. Anything that's different or that's changed. Hmm. Before, a big problem was just, I hope I make it to the bus on time, right? And now it's more, I hope that I can buy, food for my family, right? So there's different problems now. Irina says, I try to solve them very quickly, and after I analyze in detail the reason for their appearance. Well, you could say, yeah, like why they appeared, why they showed up. Angel says one of the most important problems is to deal with different opinions and to try to reach, yeah, you said that, reach a common agreement. And I have a colleague that is always late. I tried to solve the problem speaking with him and trying to make him understand that he had to be on time. Yeah, these can be, everyday problems that can be, they can actually affect productivity. They can affect your patience, your tolerance, your daily life. Time management is a day-to-day problem for me from Marina. So yeah, we have some pretty good comments. Again, if they're at work or if they're a personal thing to manage, again, we do have to be creative. So let's think about then a situation here. We're going to play a little game called the quarantine problem. And imagine this: you are quarantined in your office for the weekend with two colleagues. Again, you have no Wi-Fi, you have no power, and help is on the way. They're going to save your lives in 2 days. So you have 2 days where you're quarantined in your office for the weekend with two colleagues. So there's no Wi-Fi and there's no power. Okay, so no electricity. All right, so you have a giant 1 kilogram packet of potato chips, a large pot of cold coffee, a laptop computer, an extra battery for the laptop, a pen, a telephone book, milk, a pair of scissors, first aid kit, a roll of tape. All right. So you can only choose 5 items. And which do you choose and why? Can you tell me this here? This is always a fun little game to play with people because I always get very different answers about what people want to choose. And I had people that were trying to tell me, oh, I can use the computer to order things online. And I started to realize, okay, my audience is very intelligent, so I'm going to now give a different challenge. And this is a challenge where you don't have Wi-Fi, you don't have power. Maybe you have, well, you have 3Gs, but keep in mind, no power. You can't charge your phone. You can't charge your computer. So what are the items that you... Well, Lucia is asking, do you have to work? Well, that's a good question. Maybe you still have to work. Again, you're on the weekend, right? So the weekend you don't necessarily work, but maybe well, I don't know. I don't want to give you the answer. I want to see if together you can find a way to solve this problem. Again, let's think a little bit about our ideas of teamwork. We have different perspectives, different talents here logged in together. And how are we going to work together to choose the 5 items? We have to all choose the same 5 items. We can't make any different choices. So what's your decision? How do you solve this problem here? Can you can you give me maybe a few options of things that you will pick for the quarantine problem? Hmm. So, waiting for your comments. All right. So I have a first one. I have a first person who has an idea on this. So I have one person that said, okay, the giant 1 kilogram packet of potato chips. Okay. What are your other 4 items that you choose? Alessandra says first aid kit, a laptop with the battery. Okay, so the battery, potato. So remember, it's not just a potato; it's a a packet of potato chips. Yeah, so it's not just one potato. Yeah, and a pen. Okay, so all right. So I've got a few people here that some people agree on the potato chips. Do we have some other things we agree on? Again, there's no right or wrong answers. I just want to kind of see which things you decide on, because again, without electricity, without Wi-Fi, it's a little bit difficult to choose, but maybe it's not very difficult to choose. You could think a little bit about what is important for you and your team. All right, so still no comments yet. I do need people to answer so that we can figure out how to solve this problem. So, I can wait. Okay, good. I have one from Unhel. Thank you for answering. So, I would choose the laptop computer to play a no necessary Wi-Fi game. All right. An extra battery because there is no power. Good. Okay. Potato chips and coffee to have something to eat, and telephone book to read. Yeah, to read when the battery of the laptop is out. Good. Good. That's really good. How do I say? That's really good sort of logic there. Again, we're thinking a little bit about our circumstances. Let's see some other people. So we have 1 kilogram of packet of potato chips, laptop, extra battery, and first aid kit. Um, you can pick another item. You only picked 4, so you can pick. Um, and let's see, laptop computer with the extra battery, packet of potato chips, milk, first aid kit. Okay, so again, that's still 4 items. You can pick 5. You don't have to pick 4. You can pick another one. I have another one with the potato chips, the coffee, the milk, first aid kit, and the roll of tape. That will ensure we have food for 2 days and some first aid. Okay, that's good. That's good logic. Maybe just don't worry about the laptop or the. Someone else has a roll of tape, a pen, chips, laptop, and milk. Okay, so yeah, this is interesting. So I think together you would be able to work. Although some of you did not pick the first aid kit. That's an interesting thing. So the first aid kit is everybody always picks the potato chips. Everybody always picks because of course the priority is we eat and we live, right? We have 2 days together, so we eat potato chips. Now, the laptop is chosen by a lot of people. And the coffee and the milk, yeah, also because again, part of food. I don't always see everybody choose the first aid kit. The roll of tape, usually people choose with, so we could say the roll of tape is an accessory, right? It goes with the first aid kit. The same way that the extra battery goes with the laptop computer. So, why did some of you not pick the first aid kit? I have a question for that. And some of you did not pick the laptop. So, you have to agree. What's more important, the first aid kit or the laptop? Yeah? Which one is more important? Let's work here together as a team. Um, so, okay, so Antonio says, I would suggest my colleagues to pick the laptop and the battery so that we could use it for maybe writing a story together. Okay, that's cool. A blog post, yeah. And I would be flexible about what else to choose. I would leave it up to them. Okay, that's a good one. Um, all right, so let's see. First aid kit. So some people are saying first aid kit instead of the laptop. Okay. So yeah, so I think the first aid kit's winning here. For people that only chose the laptop, do you agree that the laptop is more important than the first aid kit? Or do you maybe agree with your colleagues that the first aid kit is more important? You can explain why. Again, it's not these are your colleagues. Why do you need a first aid kit? Do you think someone's going to get hurt? Will someone get hurt? Let's see. So, let's see. Isa says potato chips, a telephone book, coffee, a pen, and first aid kit. Okay, well, you assume in every workspace there's always a first aid kit. Well, remember, this is your, you can only, this is, the game works this way. You can only pick 5 items. So if you had to pick between the laptop and the first aid kit, which one would you pick? So that's, remember, this is a simple way of showing a decision-making process, a problem-solving process. We're going to have moments where we think 2 things are equally important, but we can only pick one of those things. So this is kind of a situation. Again, you can pick 5 items, but remember, if you pick the laptop and you don't pick the battery, you don't have the laptop all the time. If you can have the laptop, 2 days. But if you pick the first aid kit, then you have safety. But it depends what your idea of safety is, right? So, yeah, some people are saying the first aid kit's more important in case something happens. If you're stuck in your office, nothing is difficult. That's someone gets hurt. That's why I would choose the computer. Okay, and paracetamol. Yeah, paracetamol. That's like COVID-19 resistant. Is it in the first aid kit? Sure. There's paracetamol. Why not? Yeah. Laptop is more important to keep us informed. But remember, there's no Wi-Fi. Okay, so maybe you could use your cell phone, right, to use 3G. But you have to remember that yeah, we can't make assumptions about things. Maybe the first aid kit is just more important, period. But again, I don't know. I mean, again, when you're working as a team, you might have these interesting disagreements with each other. So yeah. So if you have the laptop, you could call an ambulance if someone gets hurt. Well, you could, but you don't have Wi-Fi. That's the thing. You can maybe call, again, there's no power, there's no Wi-Fi. So you might not be able to call anyone. You might not have any service on your phone. Okay. So all right, so these are good answers. I like that everybody is sort of like making different, providing different ideas. This is important. When we look at these decisions again, we rely on conditionals using if to reach conclusions. So if you use the if clause, you introduce a possibility, right? So if we make a decision now, we'll finish this project. This is called a type 1 conditional, which relies on using the present simple and the future simple. Again, things that talk about possibilities that are quite likely or quite probable, right? Again, we also use it to talk about past speculations. Imagine that after the quarantine problem, you have a situation where you should have chosen, again, using the present perfect, you should have chosen the first aid kit instead of the laptop, or the laptop instead of the first aid kit, right? So, if he had taken his accountant's advice more seriously, he wouldn't have a struggling business right now. So we could say that for the same thing. If we had chosen the first aid kit, we wouldn't have had a problem when our colleague was in an accident or got in an accident, right? Again, these are complex conditionals, but the reason that I show them is because I show that we easily learn the type 1. But then when we use the past reference conditionals, type 2 conditionals, using would, using, impossible situations, this is a way that we can really increase our level in English. When we get to an intermediate level in any language, we kind of feel comfortable at intermediate. And I mean like true intermediate. I don't mean like pre-intermediate or like, almost, or like, getting to almost middle intermediate. I mean like true intermediate, where you can function with the language and live your life with the language, So the important thing is that when we are learning our language, we have to start to look at these forms of reasoning. The more that we develop these forms of reasoning, the more that we develop our language. So this is something that really comes with proactively solving problems, reasoning in English. So this is sort of the more complex grammar review, but something to really think about if you're trying to advance in your target language. So again, just closing this together, again, improving your abilities to think and analyze information in your target language is a great way to improve it. We live in a more interconnected world today. Decision-making, problem-solving, everything is becoming faster and more complex. And, part of the reason that we have a big issue with the COVID-19 crisis is that we created a world that's very fast. Transportation's fast, decisions are fast, everything is moving very fast. And unfortunately, that can have consequences, right? So we have to also sort of step back, maybe take our time to think about things right now, decision making right now, and sort of how we can work together right now. So if you learn conditionals, learn your vocabulary, you can improve your English. But another thing that's very important is that now that you have time, that you're staying at home, you have time also to work collectively with others more than ever, I think, because we have this need to be social. And it's a great opportunity to continue to advance in your English, but also to continue to advance in how we solve problems and make decisions with ourselves and with each other. Yeah. So with that conclusion, again, that big conclusion, I'm going to tell you one more time that remind you that you're watching a live stream, a free live stream of classes given by many different teachers on italki.com/I-stay-at-home. My name is Adriel. I'm a professional instructor on italki.com. There are many other professional instructors such as myself, as well as English tutors and language exchange partners that you can find on the website, as well as many teaching resources that you may find very useful to achieve your goals in English. I offer classes focusing in general English, but also in business English, depending what you want to improve. Especially focus on marketing and sales. That's two things, but I can teach a variety of different English. The idea is just to help you feel more comfortable and confident with English. So again, I want to thank you again for being here. That's my link below. I can also, again, if you're interested in booking a class, you can click this link below. And again, I want to thank you for your answers. I think they were very interesting, very well thought out. You are all very wonderful level at English, and a lot of you, thank you for being curious about this topic. And again, wherever you are in the world, I wish you, good wishes, good health, and all the best during our current crisis with COVID-19. And for now, I bid you farewell. I'll see you tomorrow. The next class is going to be with Karen about pronunciation. And I wish you a great rest of your day. Thank you very much. Bye.
Móvil que ayuda a practicar idiomas de manera instantánea conectando a usuarios disponibles en todo el mundo. Con Lingvi encontrarás personas nativas dispuestas a ayudarte a practicar el idioma que desees aprender. Los usuarios con tiempo libre se mostrarán disponibles para recibir llamadas y de esta forma ganarán recompensas ayudando a otros usuarios. Así es como conectamos personas de forma colaborativa y gratuita en nuestra aplicación. Únete a nuestra comunidad, haz nuevos amigos y mejora en todos los idiomas que quieras. Descarga Lingvi y practiquemos juntos.
Este es Peter. Está aprendiendo chino. Ha intentado estudiar por su cuenta con libros, tarjetas de vocabulario y aplicaciones móviles, pero sigue teniendo problemas para hablar. Esta es María. Le encanta aprender inglés, pero no tiene oportunidades para ponerlo en práctica. Con italki, Peter y María pueden recibir clases personales online para hablar con fluidez en otro idioma. Tú también puedes aprender un idioma en italki. Empieza hoy en 3 simples pasos. Primero, elige un idioma. Inglés, alemán, chino, francés, japonés. Italki tiene profesores para cualquier idioma. Segundo, escoge un profesor. Con italki puedes escoger entre miles de profesores con experiencia de todo el mundo. Tercero, elige el horario de tu lección. Las clases de idiomas online son el mejor método para aprender con profesores nativos. Con italki tendrás un profesor de idiomas personal y conversaciones reales con hablantes nativos. Cada día miles de personas aprenden con profesores internacionales a través de italki. Encuentra un profesor hoy y domina el idioma de tu lección.
Hi everyone, it's Vicente and I teach Spanish on italki.com. And today we will be talking about 3 grammar rules to follow when you start learning Spanish. The first one is that, as you have already heard, Spanish verbs are always conjugated. That means that they have to match with the subject of the sentence. For example, there are different pronouns in Spanish. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, and ellos, ellas, y ustedes. All these pronouns have their own conjugations, and it's very common for beginners to mix them up. So remember this. When you start to conjugate the verbs, they have to match. The second rule is very important as well. The Spanish nouns and adjectives has to be in the same level. Let me explain you this. If you have a noun that is feminine and plural, for example, las mujeres, the adjective that you have to use right after the noun has to be feminine and plural as well. For example, las mujeres españolas. It is the same with the articles las, female and plural. We use this article because, as I say, it's female and plural. The third rule I already mentioned before, and be careful, English speakers, because the adjectives in Spanish go after the noun, not before like in English. This is very common for students that learn Spanish and already speak or know English. When I say it, las mujeres españolas, españolas is the adjective, and I put it after las mujeres. In English, it would be Spanish woman, but not in Spanish. Okay, there are some occasions where the adjectives go before the nouns. That is true, but normally this use comes out at intermediate level or advanced level, so do not worry when you are a beginner. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the italki YouTube channel over here. Take a lesson with me on italki.com by clicking on my teacher profile link in the description. Hasta luego! Hi everyone, it's Vicente and I teach Spanish on italki.com, and today I will be talking about 7 Spanish words that are similar to their English counterpart. These words are also known as cognates. What a cognate is? A cognate is a word that has the same linguistic derivation that another word, and it looks similar, and when you pronounce it, it sounds almost the same. And here I will give you 7 cognates so you can use them in Spanish as well. The first one is alcohol in Spanish. Guess you know what it means, because it sounds pretty similar than in English, doesn't it? Number 2 is conclusión. This one has a different pronunciation in Spanish, but you will understand definitely when you start learning Spanish. Number 3, hobby. This one is completely similar. We basically took this word from English. Number 4, individual. Of course, it's the same word, just different pronunciation. The next one, number 5, is piercing. Yes, we use this word with the same pronunciation and meaning. Next one, number 6, is informal. I like to use this one in my lessons to explain ways to greet and say goodbye because it's similar in English, and it's a word that the students understand very quickly. And the last are some words related to sports. If you're learning Spanish and you like sports, you're lucky because most of the words are cognates like football, tennis, baseball, volleyball, hockey, water polo, golf, surf, and so on. As you can see, almost all sports are cognates. So, talking about your hobbies should not be difficult. As you can see, there are many, and I would like to remember you that there are hundreds of cognates, and if you check them, you can be ready to your first Spanish lesson. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the italki YouTube channel for more tips on learning Spanish. Take a lesson with me on italki.com by clicking on my teacher profile link in the description. Hasta luego!
Hi everyone, it's Caroline here, and I teach English on italki. Today I am going to be talking about business idioms, or idioms you might hear in your office or in your workplace. A student asked me a really good question the other day. He asked me whether, because I'm a native English speaker, do I know every single idiom? And the answer is no. Idioms are phrases or expressions that come from a particular place or a particular age group. So idioms are different in the UK to idioms in the United States. I have chosen 5 business idioms to talk to you about today, and you may hear them in an office in the UK or in the States. So hopefully they will be super useful for you. Idiom number 1 is the big picture. Imagine you go into a meeting and your boss says to you, you've lost sight of the big picture. What does that mean? That means that you are thinking too much about the small details of the project, and you are so interested in those little details that you don't remember what it is you're trying to achieve. So always keep sight of the big picture. The second idiom is to go the extra mile. Now imagine you're in an interview and the interviewer says to you that they are looking for someone who always goes the extra mile. What does that mean? Does it mean they want you to run around the office every day? No. It means they want you to do more than just what is in the job description. They want you to go that little bit further and to take on extra responsibilities. That is going the extra mile. The third idiom is a win-win situation. A win-win situation means everybody gains something. A really good example of this is these videos that I'm making for italki. Italki gains some content for their website, some lessons for their learners, and I have a platform where students can see me and book lessons with me. It's a win-win. Italki wins and Caroline wins. The fourth idiom is word of mouth. So an example of this is, think about how you found out about italki. Did you find italki by searching on Google? Or did you find italki because one of your friends recommended it to you? Recommendations from friends are word of mouth. It can be positive or it can be negative. If your company gets bad word of mouth, it is going to be a very difficult time for your company because people really listen to the opinions of their friends. So make sure whatever you do, you have good word of mouth about it. The fifth and final business idiom is to touch base. My manager used to say this to me a lot. To touch base means to have a very quick and short meeting about a project or something that you are working on. It might only be 5 minutes of your time, but in that time, you will check that your understanding of the project is the same as your manager's understanding of the project. So I have a challenge for you. In your next lesson, I want you to ask your teacher if you can touch base about what you have learned in your lessons so far. This could be 5 minutes at the end of the lesson where you review all of the different subjects that you have been studying. You're touching base about the things you have covered so far. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to italki by clicking somewhere. And you can take a lesson with me by clicking on my teacher profile in the description box. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Welcome back to the Stop Being Boring When Speaking English video series. When speaking to native English speakers, it's useful to use a variety of vocabulary to make your conversation sound more interesting and flow. Why not spice up your language a little bit and impress others with your speaking abilities? In this next video, we will take a look at some American and British slang.
Number 1, American. John Hancock.
John Hancock. So that's a person.
It's a name of a person, yes.
And it's American slang.
What do you think it means?
I just got John Hancock. Does it mean like wasted?
Certainly not.
Give me an example.
Okay, so can I please have your John Hancock at the bottom of this paper? Come on, you gotta get it now.
Is it your signature?
Yes, you got it! That was easy.
Okay, awesome. Number 1, British. Peak. What does peak mean?
Like, taking a peek.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, that's not taking a peek.
That's not slang.
This is taking a peek.
But that's just like taking a peek. That's not slang.
Oh.
Like in a slang
Peak.
context.
Like the peak of a mountain? That's not slang. That's actually
Yeah, that is the peak of a mountain.
I don't know. Tell me.
Okay, let me give you an example. So say you go out one night and you lose your purse, your keys.
Is it like the most horrible situation you can be in?
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, that's so peak. You'd be like, oh, yeah. How was your night? It was so peak.
I just got fired. That's so peak.
Exactly. Cool. So it's like the peak of badness, I guess.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the peak.
2, American. Jacked.
Jacked. Does that mean like hench?
What does hench mean?
Like say you go to the gym.
Don't answer back with the slang part.
So the British equivalent of jacked would be hench, I think. So if someone's like really ripped.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So hench.
Go to the gym, work out a
Like,
lot.
whoa, look at him, he's so jacked.
We would say hench. Number 2, British. Peng. Peng.
Peng.
Peng. P-E-N-G. Peng.
Like someone being panged on the head with something, or
I'm
just thinking of bang and pang. It's similar. I don't know.
I guess it's a little similar. No.
Give me an example.
Okay, so for example, say you're eating a cake, it's delicious. You can say, oh, this is peng.
Does it just mean delicious?
You can use it in other contexts as
Does it
well.
mean like it hits the spot? You know?
Yeah, but I could also say that your eyes are peng, or a person is peng.
Just mean like extraordinarily awesome.
Basically, if you're talking about a person, you might even say peng-ting.
Peng-ting.
Like he's a peng-ting.
Okay.
This is mostly
So I
London.
mean like he's like a 10.
Yeah, exactly.
So like the top of the top.
Yeah, basically.
Number 3, American. I blew it.
I blew it.
I blew it.
What a
Good. Hi. Bienvenidos a todos. Welcome to the italki channel. And let me just check something if you can. Okay. I am glad you can hear me. I'm glad you can see me. That's the most important thing right now. Welcome to the class and welcome to everybody today. Welcome to the session on English articles. Okay, so let me know now. I can see some people from the previous lesson were there. What about anybody else? Who's here today? Who is part of the conversation? Who is with me? Who is going to be talking about the English articles? Remember, we're going to go further into the more of the advanced use of English articles. So it's quite challenging. Sorry, my hair's just doing funny things. Isa, good to have you again. Angel, well done for joining us again. It's good to have you. Yeah, so we can now go live, I think. Let me see. Let's go to the English articles. I'm going to do a quick verbal revision before we go to the slides. Okay, so remember that you use the English article you use the English article a and an to express one of something. Okay. Yeah, and then you use the English article to be very specific when you use the. All right, but you use no article when it's an uncountable noun, unless in very specific situations you're being specific with the again. All right, the can be used with a group of things. The can be used with order or rank, and then with specific things. The or uncountable no article is used when you're talking about an activity, even though the place is mentioned. We're going to go into that now. All right, I'm going to need a lot of participation today so that I can, now we're going to do a little worksheet at the end, but I'm going to create the worksheet based on words that you give me. So the topic can be mice, or the topic can be roses, or whatever. Give me a noun and I'll create the worksheet around that. And I'll try and actually give all the uses of the article that we possibly can. But today I'm going to show you this. Let's just go to the worksheet. Sorry, I've gone one too far. Let's go to the worksheet. Let's see that. Let's see, have I shared that? No, I haven't. That's interesting. Okay. Let's share it with you so that you can actually see me. Cinzia again. Yeah. And I'm about to have a lesson with you, aren't I? Okay. So I'm going to go through this difficult use again. Okay. When we talk about an activity, We often talk about a place with the article, but we're not talking about the place at all. Okay, so we'll mention the pub. I'm going to the pub. It doesn't mean that you're going to the pub. It means that you're going to drink. Okay, so and in fact, the English use the grammatically incorrect phrase, I'm going down the pub. Okay, I'm going down the pub instead of down to the pub. So you'll often hear that. Or the supermarket, I'm going to the supermarket. The doctor, the toilet, the cinema, the park. Okay, you can use it with hospital, although hospital we also use when you're going to for treatment, or although hospital we also don't use an article. So I'm going to hospital is correct, and I'm going to the hospital is correct. It means you're going for treatment. And if you're a doctor, I'm going to the hospital is perfectly correct. It's your place of work. You can also say, I'm going to the office, which means I'm going to work, basically. All right. So the is used with a place to describe an activity, not about a place. Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. Okay. This is just a reminder from last time. Okay. So with uncountable nouns, such as church and school, you don't use the. Okay. So to talk about an activity. Okay. So church and school, he's going to church. You can say or the in the normal way, but when you talk about he's going to church, it means he's going to worship. Or they're going to school, they're going to actually do the studying and all that's involved with school, sport, etc., etc. You can say we're going to a school and the school in the normal way, but that will mean place. Okay. And then he will go to football today. He's going to play football, but I'm going to a football game next year. He will go to the football on Saturday. So yeah, I hope that is a bit clearer. Okay. Because last time there was some confusion. When we use the, or sometimes with uncountable nouns, you use no article. We are talking about the activity, not the place. Okay, so then the normal rules for and the don't apply. Okay, but if you're using it in a normal way and meaning place, then please do use the normal rules. Okay. Thank you, English, for being so complicated. It's you don't make it easier for people to speak the language, do you? Okay. Then some names require an article. Okay. So the United Kingdom, the USA, and you'll see this again. The Science Museum. Now this is about, say now, the Science Museum in Kensington. The Science Museum, we're talking about only one science museum. If you're talking about any science museum, you would say, of course. But if it's the name of the museum in a specific area, then you would say the Science Museum. I'm going to go through this again. I'm going to repeat this slightly later. Okay. I hope that you're all with me. I hope that it's all understandable. If you want me to repeat something, that's okay. If you want me to slow down, just say, please slow down. I'm happy. Don't take offense. I really don't. And then if you're okay with it, just keep on saying, okay, or not sure, or write a little question mark. Okay, then I know how you're feeling and what you're thinking. So now let's go. Oh, yes. And then Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. All right, Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, before a title. Okay. In between the name and the title, you put the. Okay, she's the Duchess of, or he's the Duke of York. That was fairly straightforward. Okay. So, now, when we talk about groups of things, we can use the with a singular noun, meaning not the plural noun. If we use the plural noun, we'd have to say it without the. So when you're talking about, good, thank you, Angel. When we're talking about a group of things, okay? So the elephant is famous for its tusks, okay? Or elephants are famous for their tusks means exactly the same thing. Okay, that's how complicated English is. We have so many variants. So the elephant means the whole group of animals called the elephant. Okay. The forest is the habitat of the deer. Okay. The forest is the habitat of the deer. Now the habitat has to be one place, but it's very specific. But the forest or forests are the habitat of deer. Forests are the habitat of deer. Now it has to be the habitat because it's one place. It's not a general thing. Forests are the habitat of deer. Okay. The gives further dignity as well. Okay, so save the rhino, save the panda. Okay, so you're using the to increase the emphasis and the appeal when you're saying it. Okay, it's not just save pandas. Yeah, okay, it's a weak form. The gives it a great more depth, dignity, and a higher level, a higher, more abstract level of conversation. Okay, we just like to do that. So this somehow, the article that somehow in these contexts gives the topic of conversation a higher level of abstraction. All right, it's more abstract, less concrete, and it therefore more intellectual, more it's a stronger form of language, and it's also gives further dignity. All right. So that's a very strange thing in the English language. I don't know. I'm not sure in Italian or in Spanish, or I can't see any other languages represented here. If it's the same, let me know. It seems a very strange thing to do, to use the to be a stronger form of language, but you can have both without the and without the article and with the article. But with the article, it's stronger. I don't know if that's the same. You can let me know while I turn to the next slide. Okay, then we have no article for the names of diseases or illnesses, okay? All right, except for a few, all right? So how are we going to treat? Yeah, Angel, thank you. Yes, okay. I'll go back to the slide, seeing as I've got a couple of questions there. Let me go back once. Okay, so Angel is saying that he thinks in Spanish it's the same. We use both. But yes, Isa, it's the same meaning. Okay, it's just the emotive, the feeling sense around what you are saying. So the sounds stronger, more positive, more confident than just elephants. And it also gives greater dignity and abstraction. So you're talking about more abstract things. It sounds more abstract, sorry. But it means exactly the same. So you can use the elephant or you can say elephants. Not a problem when we're talking about a group of things, okay? A group representing the whole, in other words, all elephants, okay? You say the elephant, but you mean all elephants, the group of animals called the elephant. The forest, the group of trees called the forest, okay? So that's a group of trees. All right, so the deer, the group of animals called deer, right? You would say the deer. It's still it's not a group within a group. We've mentioned that previously, but this is the group that makes up the entire population. Okay, so yeah, English can be slightly complicated. So what I want you to do is to go and listen to something, and listen only for the and just and no article. Just in a podcast, write down a sentence, or if you see something actually in the newspaper, it's going to be easier. Then you write out whether it's got the or a or an or no article before the noun, and then you just think about which of the rules that I've given you is important for that particular aspect of English. So often, mostly, when you go to a newspaper, the articles are well written, okay, if they're by native English speakers. So try and go to the native English speaker articles and read, just looking for the articles or non-articles, okay? So generally, we speak about illnesses without an article, okay? So this is another rule. It's just a memorizing thing, okay? Another rule, malaria, AIDS, pneumonia, measles. Some people will use the measles and the mumps, so that's not wrong. But you can, most of us nowadays, just use measles, mumps, rubella, pneumonia, AIDS, malaria, all just without the article, okay? But we do say the flu. I've got the flu, okay? It's one of the few things we do say, I've got the flu. It's very special, obviously, because we put a the with it, but I don't know why we do that. It's just interesting how languages evolve and develop, because we just have no logic to that whatsoever. Sorry. You can say, I've got flu, not a problem. But we often say, I've got the flu, the flu. That's the more common way of saying it. So, or I've got a cold. But, oh, sorry, I'm coming to that in a moment. Yeah, so the flu or just flu, no problem. However, and I'm going to go to the next slide here. Okay, good. Here, you have to, when names of diseases or illnesses, when you use a or an, all right, you have to, so with these, you will start off using a. I've got a cold. You would never say I've got cold. All right. I've got a sore throat. You would never say I've got sore throat. Always a sore throat, or a sore foot, or a sore leg, or a sore head, or a headache. Okay. Or he had a heart attack. Always a heart attack. Always, always, always takes some form of article, and we'll see how it changes in a moment. Okay. He has a tumor on his brain. He has a tumor. He has tumor on his brain. A tumor. It's one thing. Or, oh, I've got such a toothache. Oh, I've got such a headache. I've got such a stomach ache. Such a stomach ache. I've got a stomach ache. I've got a headache. I've got a toothache. Okay. And of course, it's got, by the way. So the normal rules here will apply, where you change to the once it's known. I've got a cold. I had a cold. The cold lasted for 6 weeks. I had a heart attack. The heart attack was very severe. He has a tumor. The tumor is, all right. So remember the rule. Before you introduce something, it's a, and once you've introduced it, it becomes the. Immediately, okay? Even in the next sentence. If you're introducing it to somebody, it's always a and then the. All right. So I hope that that's okay. I hope that that's fairly similar in your languages, because that would be difficult otherwise. Not that difficult. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, I know in Spanish and Italian, you have the similar construction here. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Okay. When we can use few and little with an article like a, or we can leave it without. Okay. When we have the article, it'll mean some. And when we don't have the article, we'll say not many. It means not many. Okay. Okay. So, Angel, let's go back then to the okay. So for names of diseases or illnesses, remember, for these particular ones, if there's a particular illness that's not a cold, you don't use the article. Okay. So if it's a cold or a headache or a toothache, that's not an illness or a disease. Okay. I mean, a cold is kind of part of an illness. But we just refer to it as a cold. For normal, there's no reason we've done this, okay? For names of diseases, malaria, measles, AIDS, pneumonia, you do not use an article, okay? That's a particular name of an illness. A cold is not the name of an illness. It's a common name, but it's not the name of the illness, okay? So we don't have the name. Yeah, a headache, there's something wrong, but you don't know. A cold, it's just a very general thing. You would probably say he's got sinusitis. Can you see? No, no article there. He's got sinusitis. He's got a cold because it's not a specific illness, but he's got sinusitis. That is a specific illness. Okay, so a cold is not the name of an illness. Okay, so that's why there's no article there. All right. So then when you get to a toothache, a stomach ache, it's general. It's not the name of the illness. Okay. So there you have normal article usage, but it's not the proper medical term of an illness. Okay. Let's go then to a few, a little. I know that you definitely have this construction in Italy and yes, even in Spanish. So I'm just going to rush through it. So if you've got a few or a little, it means some. I have a few apples in my bag. It means I have some apples in my bag. Have a little brandy to calm your nerves. Have some brandy. Okay. But few and little means not many without the article. Few and little means not many. There are few people who actually believe in fairies. They're not many people. Not many. Okay. So it depends on where your starting point is. A few apples in my bag, you started with a lot and then you have little. Whereas few and little, it just means in the population, there's one or two who might actually believe in fairies or who might actually believe in the flat earth. Okay. There is little wine left in the house. But there's a little wine in my glass. Little wine means there's almost nothing left. Okay. Not many, not much. There's almost nothing left. But I have a little wine in my glass means I have some. All right. But if you say only plus a few or little, again, it means not much or many, like the second rule on the page. So there's only a little brandy left. I've only a few apples in my bag. It means that they're not many. Okay, rather than that you have some. Okay, so only plus a few or a little means not much or many. Few and little on its own means not much or any, but a few and a little means some. Okay. Good. I'm glad you got that. And hell, now we're going to direction. I think, to be honest, when I was studying Italian, I picked that up, that you did have that few and little kind of sense, and a few, a little, un po', poco or un po'. So yeah, I think you do get what I'm saying. All right. Now I'm going to talk about direction: north, south, east, west, left, right, up, down, etc. Okay. So if direction follows a verb, you have no article. If it directly follows a verb, you have no article. Okay. Please drive south for 2 kilometers. Okay. Turn left after the stop sign. If, however, the direction north, south, left, right follows a preposition in, on, above, to, use the. Drive 5 kilometers to the north, because we've just said to. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you say, please drive south for 2 kilometers, or please drive to the south for 2 kilometers. It's more or less means exactly the same. Yeah, more or less exactly the same. So you don't have to worry about the difference in meaning. It can be either. Okay, so don't stress about whether you should use the preposition or should use just the verb. Just either or. It really doesn't matter. But if you do use just a verb, then no preposition. If you do use a preposition, then no article. Okay. So if you do use just a verb, then the article. If you do use a preposition, sorry, let me say that again. I'm obviously doing this wrong. If you do use just a verb, no article. If you use a preposition, a verb plus preposition, use an article. Okay, the article, the definite article. Okay, my house is on the right. Okay, on the right. You can't actually say my house is right. So you can't actually say that. It just doesn't make any sense. So on the right, when you're using the expression, it is there on the right, right here, then you need to use that expression on the right. However, if you're talking about driving towards somewhere, then you can use drive south or drive to the south, okay? Then the third rule is, as regions, you use the. The north is generally colder than the south. The east is generally warmer than the west. Whatever, that's obviously not true. Okay, so I just want you to understand that. Right, now I'm going to use the. Okay, so I'm going to try and I would say the Rodriguezes, the Smiths go to church, the Smiths go to the supermarket every day, the Joneses, you've got to keep up with the Joneses. That's an English expression, keep up with the Joneses. All right, or the Johnsons. When you're referring to Boris Johnson and his wife and perhaps children, you would say the Johnsons. Okay, I hope, I don't know if you use that in your language. I have absolutely no idea. Okay. Then again, we don't use the, just use the with groups of animals and forests and that kind of thing, but we also use it with groups of people, kinds of people, okay? The blind. The blind are going to have a party this year. The deaf. The deaf are angry when they don't find subtitles on the television. The Italians, the Spanish. The Brits, Okay, so you do use it with groups of people. The elderly need to be protected. The elderly, not just elderly. Okay. I like so be careful when you're talking about languages versus people. I like German, the language, versus I like the Germans. Okay. Versus I like the Germans. Okay. But however, apart from German, any nationality that ends in ANS, like Mexicans or Americans, we don't necessarily put it there. I like Mexicans. You don't have to say I like the Mexicans. Okay, we don't say that. I like Americans. You don't have to say I like the Americans, although you can. So mostly when you talk about groups of people ending in ANS, sometimes just remove the article and see what happens. I think it's a bit, this one's a bit not a hard and fast rule. So I like Americans, I like the Americans. I like Mexicans, I like the Mexicans. So you don't have to have the article there, but again, it can be used without. So it's not wrong to not use the article with these words that begin with end in ANS. Okay, then countries. So you don't use the with the names of most countries. So France, Spain, Germany, but you do when they begin with states, the United States, kingdom, or when the name contains these following words: states, kingdom, the United Kingdom, republic, the Republic of South Africa, Emirates, the Emirates, union, the union of, I don't know, where's a union? There's a union of something or other. The something coast, okay, the Ivory Coast. All right, that's the names of countries, the Ivory Coast. So, yeah, you can actually say say Ivory Coast. We've stopped it with the Ivory Coast, but you'll often hear it with the. So sorry, it is. I'm talking about general rules, but at the same time, we're a little bit flexible. We're in these few cards, in these slides, there's a little bit of flexibility to go both ways. All right, so don't worry if you see it without. First note all the names of countries and see what has the next to it. Okay. But we also use the with the Netherlands. All right. I don't know why. It's probably because it ends in lands. I don't know. Or with any island chain, the Bahamas, the Comores. Okay. So, sorry, I know there are lots of rules. Okay, so now also we use the with, and that's why it's a slightly small, I just wanted to try and fit it on here. Okay, so oceans and seas, the Mediterranean Sea, the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, coasts and rivers, the Niger River, the what's it, the Amazon. Okay, archipelagos, any archipelago, collections of lakes, the Great Lakes. Okay, anything that's a group of lakes. Mountain chains and deserts, the Dolomites, the Alps. Okay, the Gobi Desert, the Sahara Desert. Okay, bridges except Tower Bridge, or London Bridge. I don't know what the name of that bridge is that goes in over the river in San Francisco. Anyway, just I can't remember what its name is. Pagodas, all right, the something pagoda, the something hotel, the something theater, all right? Museums and institutions, the History Museum, the Institute of Humankind, okay? Then skyscrapers like the Empire State's Building. Oh, just wait. Okay, I'm just looking for comments. Are you still with me? I hope everything's okay. The Empire State's Building. And then you have, sorry, this is the next point, the sun and the moon. That's how we always talk about them. Then we refer to places on the globe like the equator, the North Pole, the South Pole, etc., always with the. These are all the times we use the. And geographic regions like the Northwest, as I said before, the East, the South, the Middle East. And then we'll always use the when a work of art or architecture is very extraordinary. The Mona Lisa, the Great Wall of China. Okay, I can't think of too many other, the Taj Mahal. Okay, because we're giving emphasis and dignity and honor to the work of art by saying the. All right. Nando, hello. Where are you from? Where are you from? It'll be good to know. Okay. However, do not use an article with individual lakes or islands or mountains, okay? So let's just think of Jamaica is an island, all right? It's an individual island. Cuba is an individual island. There might be tiny, tiny little islands around it, but it's not. We don't use an article. Mountains, the Matterhorn, yes. And if we're talking about a group of mountains, we will say the Alps, yes. But when we're naming them, we say Mont Blanc, okay? Mont Blanc. All right, we don't, or Mount Everest, we don't say the Mount Everest, okay? But it is in a particular chain of the Himalayas, okay? So the Himalayas when it's a chain, but when it's an individual, we don't use the, except for the Matterhorn. Okay, don't ask me why. Sorry. I hope that's slightly clearer than mud, because otherwise we have a problem. Okay. Okay, then we don't, if a beach has a name, we do not use the article. If a waterfall has a name, we do not use an article. It's Lone Creek. It's not the Lone Creek waterfall, it's Lone Creek waterfall. Niagara Falls. Okay. Nando, it'll be helpful to know where you're from so that it can include your country in my speech. All right, streets. So if we have the main street or the high street, then we do use the. But otherwise, if we've got long street or short street or skew street or diagonal street, we don't use the. We use the high street, the main street, fine. But otherwise, we don't use articles with the names of streets. Okay, there may be a particular reason why that's different. Okay, so public squares as well. We don't use the name unless it's, yeah, I'm just trying to think of Covent Garden. All right, Covent Garden, no. Piccadilly Circus, no, not those squares. Trafalgar Square. No the in front of it. Okay. Hospitals. So I'm going to Charing Cross Hospital, or I'm going to whatever hospital in Milan. We don't use the. Stadiums, you know, where the athletics or sports stadiums are. I'm going to Cecil Payne Stadium, not the Cecil Payne Stadium. That doesn't make sense. Okay. I'm going to Cresta Shopping Mall, not the Cresta. It's like saying the Karen or the Angel or the Nando or the Issa. All right. It doesn't make sense. Then the names of churches. And here, remember, I'm talking about the names of churches, not the whole thing where we did activity recently. So I'm going to San Antonio Church. Okay, I'm going to the Temple of Doom. Oh no, sorry, I'm talking about the name, not when it's of. I'm going to Doom Temple. Okay, I'm going to Milan University or Turin University or Madrid University. Okay, so the name of it. We'll come back to that because there is in all of those. If you say of, then you have to put the. Okay, but we'll come back to that in a moment. Colleges. Same thing as universities. Languages, you don't say, I speak the Greek. I speak Greek. You never use the with languages unless you're using it as an adjective. Okay. Religions. You never say the Christianity or the Islam. You say Christianity and Islam and Buddhism, etc. Again, days, months, and holidays. Easter, Christmas, January, February, not the, okay? Unless, okay, so there are times when you can do it. The January of 1994, okay, when you're being very specific. Otherwise, we don't, right? The March of 1994. The first day of the Monday of the first week of January 1994. Okay, you can actually say that, but otherwise you just don't, unless you're being very specific, you don't use that. Okay, right. Now when you're saying the of, remember I said don't use an article with university. You do use it here when you're going the University of the Witwatersrand, which is ours, the University of Milan, the University of Turin. So you can say Turin University, Milan University, or the University of Turin, Milan, whatever. Okay. The Church of the Saints. Okay, the Church of San Antonio. Okay, let's have a look and see what is, yeah. Okay. Now we're going on to time expressions. I told you that the English article has a lot of rules, okay? And some of them are not set in stone, but we just mention how they are used to make it easier for you to use it in the same way, okay? So, time expressions can be particularly confusing. The is used in the following, okay, time expressions. In the morning, I get up. In the afternoon, I go to sleep. Okay, Idin, can you tell me which you're asking for more clarification? Are you using, are you referring back to university? Or are you referring back to something else? Just, I'll go back a slide or two. Okay. And then perhaps you can tell me what you're referring to. because I'd like to make it clear for everybody as much as I possibly can. Where you're from, Erin? It's lovely to have you. I'm from South Africa, and my name is Karen, for those who don't know, and from Johannesburg. And I've been doing this live streaming for quite a while. I'll go back. I'll now go on to the next slide. See if Erin would like to tell me what you asking me. Are you asking me about this slide with the University of Turin, let's say, the Witwatersrand? Okay. Okay, when you're using, so you would say Witwatersrand University without the, but you would say the University of whatever, Turin or the Witwatersrand. Now, the Witwatersrand does take a the, all right? So another the, which is maybe where you're getting a bit confused, but I'm talking about the one before the here. So you would say Saints Church, but the Church of the Saints, okay? And again, here the Saints takes a the for other reasons. We've gone through those rules somewhere else, but I'm talking about the Church of San Antonio, the University of Turin. Let's keep it simple because I think I don't want to confuse you. The University of Madrid or Madrid University. You would not use the, okay? So once you've got of in between, you use the before university or the before church. But once you've got no of, you just you put the name before university or church, then you don't use an article. I hope that's slightly clearer. Okay. And then I really want you to feel that you're comfortable with that. I hope that's it's clearer. Okay. All right, so in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, I'm going to go out. No, I'm not, I can't. During the night, again, you take the, during the night. So in or during any part of the day, the day before yesterday. Okay, and then I'm going to say the autumn, but that is actually very specific. So you would normally just say autumn, but in the autumn. Sorry, I think I left out in. Yeah, in the autumn. In the autumn. Okay, so yeah. We can say in autumn, so it doesn't really matter, but you can often use the. Okay, in other time expressions, no article is used. When you use at night, so in the day, but at night, at noon, at midnight. We never say at morning, okay? Just never. At break of day or something like that, yes. All right. Then all day, all night, all month. Don't every month, every year. I'm not talking about names of months and years, okay? Just when we use the expression, every month I go to town for my hair to be done. Every year we have, what else do we have? We celebrate Easter and Christmas. Last night, so not at, so it's a bit like at night, not in the night, because then you would say in the night. You would say last night, last Friday. Yesterday, we never use an article. Tomorrow, we never use an article. Okay. So no matter what, remember that yesterday and tomorrow don't have articles, but others do. I had hoped to do a lot more exercises. Okay. So this is a time expression to remember. A or the whole day. It takes an article. They can take either, depending on the normal rules for articles. A or the whole month. So when you're talking about whole or entire, you're going to use an article. Okay, definitely. All right, but either. It doesn't have to be the. It can be a. And he was home a whole day. He worked at home a whole day. He worked at home the whole day. There's a fractional difference in meaning, but there's not really that much difference. It's so fractional that the actual essence of it is not changed at all. He did exercise for a whole month. The whole month he did exercise. Okay, that is obviously more specific. It's referring to one particular month, one particular day, one particular year, one particular decade, but often it's the same. You can just interchange it with a. An entire year, the entire year. An entire decade, the entire decade. Okay, now. Okay, there we have it. All right, I hope that the is a little bit more clear. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to refrain from sharing, and then I'll come back to this. I'll come back to this. And what I'm going to do, let me just, there we are. I've got it now. I am going to ask you for some words, any word, any noun, that I can create some exercises for you to practice all these lovely, 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 delicious articles, okay? So give me a word, any word of that's obviously decent, a decent topic of conversation. Let's have a word or two from you. If there any questions, please do ask me. I'd love to hear from you. Let's see. Let's give me a word. I'm going to start off. I'm going to share screen now. I'm going to start off. There we go. Hi, Carol. It's good to see you. All right. Have you got a word for me? Have you got a word I can use? We are talking about English articles and we are now doing exercises. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to try and okay, and don't use the word some. I want either the, a, an, or nothing. So just write a little slash or a little cross, and then a space, and then if there's no article. And okay, I'm going to put there. I'm going to put there non-specific so that you know which answer it is required. Okay, and I'm going to have to put something here. Okay. You know what I mean by non-specific for chocolate. Okay. All right. Good. Great. Okay. Number one, the first bit is a slash. I ate chocolates. That's good. Do you need an article before yesterday or not? Let me know. Okay, and remember that number 2, you can have 2 answers, but so please tell me which one it is, which ones they are. Okay. Right, no, you don't have an article before the thing. Okay. All right, lions, you're right. One of the answer, number 2, one of the answers is that there is no article. What's the second answer? Remember, a group of things. I'm going to do this. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. To be chased out is, yes, that's right. The lion is being chased out. That's right. The lion is, because the lion can refer to a group, in fact, an entire group of animals, okay? If you're talking about particular things. Well done. Elise, you can actually use the, I ate the chocolates, but it's not specific, so we have to just use chocolates. I ate chocolates yesterday. Okay. The lion is being, yes, because it's the passive voice. It's being chased out. The lion is being chased out by humans. It's the passive voice, okay? So the lion is being chased out. So that would be the lion. Sorry, I did, okay. The lion is being chased out. There you go. Number 3. That's right, no article, and then a child. Well done. Good, good, good. Excellent. Okay, let me try this other. Okay, it's not the name of a church. It's not the name of a church. I went to church last week. Number 4, I went to church last week. I'm still looking for a topic from you. Okay. Number 4. Okay, I got measles. No. I went to church last week. That's right. I went to church, meaning that's the activity. Okay. If you're talking about, we were talking about this a lot. So if you're talking about the place, it would be a or the church. But normally I went to school, I went to church. It's no article. Okay. Well done. Good. I'm going to go. Okay, right, let's have a look. All right, I got a cold yesterday. Well done. You did listen. You got a cold, a toothache, a headache. All right. All right, excellent. You were listening, and that's superb. Right. I'm actually going to delete these so I can not change the slide. It's number 7. Don't worry. I've just changed the number. Don't worry about it. Okay, so let me just do that. Right. I'm trying to think of the other uses. Okay, let's see. Okay, 6, the, okay, Carol, when we're talking about an activity, so you can certainly use it as a place, okay? But generally, when people say, I'm going to the pub, they're saying they're going drinking. They're saying they're going to do something. So that when you do that, there are certain words that take the and certain words that take no article, okay? And there are very few of them, but so they're easy to learn off by heart. But I'm going to the pub is perfect. All right. Now I've had to change the numbers. Sorry, I messed you up a lot. Okay. The University of Chicago. Well done. Okay. I think I'm just going to duplicate the slide and go on with a different number or something. Okay. I'm trying to think of all the rules now. Okay. Sorry, it's just. Okay. Wait, let's just, yeah. Okay, well done, Carol. Yeah. Now we've got to go back to other numbers, all right? Other numbers. Okay, so he went to the University of Chicago. That's correct. Yesterday, I saw lions on the golf course. Today, lions were at the watering hole. Okay. Okay, know that, and the well done. Okay, that is absolutely correct. Yesterday, I saw lions on the golf course. Today, the lions, because I've introduced them to you, they become the. All right, well done. So yesterday, I saw lions. Now, if it was just one lion, how would that change? Okay, just one lion. How would that change? I'm going to write the here. Okay. Okay. How? I'm going to do that. Okay. How does that change the answer? So you've done it perfectly, Issa. Now let's change the answer. Well done, Carol. Once I turn that lion to singular, what does it become? A and the. You're correct. So yesterday I saw a lion. I haven't introduced it to you before, so it's a lion. Once I've introduced it, it becomes the lion. However, if I'm talking about plural, then I cannot use the, and I use no article. Yesterday, I saw lions on the golf course. Today, the lions were. Okay, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, you're getting it. Hooray! All right. Okay, now, I'm trying to think of another use. Okay. All right. Okay, now you can't see that, so I'm just leaving that out. Wash hands, nothing. Okay, number 4. Sorry, I can't see it too clearly. Go south for 50 kilometers. Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right, and then, oh, I've gone over time. I'm sorry. Ish, I'm done. I have been going for a long time. Please do feel free to book an article, to book a lesson with me. Yeah, so thank you, everybody. And I'm looking forward to seeing you sometime soon. We're going to be practicing pronunciation. That's my teacher number on the screen. Thank you, everybody, and apologize for going too long. Okay. All right. Bye. Bye.
That you've completely ruined the situation.
Yeah. Say like, I didn't make it into school. So my parents will not be proud of me. I blew it.
Yeah, but you rocked it late to work. Nobody ever knew that.
Yeah.
Number 3, British. Having a bear. Having a bear.
Having a bear. A nightmare. Like, horrible, real nightmare. In reality, basically.
Very good. That's exactly
That
it.
was a lot easier than the previous.
Yeah, well, thought I'd go with you. Having a bear. You were having a bear before.
I was having a bear.
Yeah.
Before, not understanding anything she was saying.
Yeah, exactly. So there you have it. There's our British and American slang. Tell us what you thought of it. Did you understand it? And we'll see you next time.
My name is Vũ Nguyễn. Tôi là Vũ Nguyễn. It's really amazing thing for me. From Turkey, I can meet people around the world, and they can give me more energy to live and more inspiration to live the world also. Very magical, yeah. When I can go on lesson and I feel that I'm doing a very good job, and then working at home with a very wonderful team. I think that I can do something, and I'm doing something here. I think that I can say idea and talk with people. That is the first motivation for me to come here. The second thing that I can have some money for my life, to make my life become better and more comfortable. It's very wonderful website of italki, because italki is the connection between every people in the world with each other. There are many purposes for us to learn a new language. Innovation is the most important. Not only study language, but also sharing idea and culture and everything else in the life. And through the learning and teaching, and we can share more idea and we can share our life better. You know that because each person have their own experience and their own knowledge and their own way of living. And when we meet the new people, and we think that we are discovering a new universe or a new area or something like that.
So it's wonderful that we have this diversity and we should just learn from each other. But if you at least just learn a second language and expose yourself to a second culture, not only do you understand that culture better, but you understand your own culture better. And if most people just did that and were talking openly and honestly about themselves and other people, I don't think there would be any diversity problems. Because we're all learning from each other.
He's a very good student. He studied very well, and he just learned for, he just only studied for 1 month, but now he can speak very much Vietnamese. Later on, the student and the teacher can meet in a different country, and then the relationship become very good. We drink coffee together, and we go and I ride a motorbike, and I take them along somewhere beautiful together, and we talk together, and then they come back to their country, and we become teacher and student again. We study again. Yeah.
The number of refugees worldwide has reached historic levels as tens of millions of people seek asylum from conflicts in their home countries. Even for those able to reach countries willing to take them in, rebuilding their lives and careers in unfamiliar societies often proves challenging. For one group of refugees living in Istanbul, teaching online Arabic lessons to students across the world has offered a way to overcome these obstacles and establish new hope. As well as earning income, they have been able to share their experiences with people from different cultures and backgrounds, cultivating meaningful relationships with students.
My name is Rahaf and I'm from Latakia, Syria. Previously, I had a normal but busy life.
My name is Abdullah and I'm a Syrian guy from Homs, the capital of funny jokes.
Hello, my name is Amr. I'm an Arabic teacher on italki. I'm from Egypt.
Hi, I'm Hussam. I'm from Syria, Al-Hasaka, and I'm a teacher on italki now.
3 years ago, I came to Turkey, to Istanbul. Many challenges came in one time. Leaving a country is not, or leaving your home. This is one, it's like fish out of the group.
I mean, yeah, the challenge that my career is almost dead. This is the only challenge now. Online teaching, yeah, it solves this problem, of course, because you can just be wherever and get online and start your class.
What italki offered me is like new students I have never met from another continent, way far from me. Once they want to like learn my language, I feel like this is like, I feel sometimes emotional.
italki, Bessa College and NGO Small Projects Istanbul are working together on this project.
You know, it's important for people to kind of see and get to know someone who's experiencing a difficult time or who has had a difficult past, and to just remember people are people are people. We need to remember that, you know, we have a shared humanity, and I think that gets lost a lot in the media or in the news.
I'm teaching Arabic for first-year students of Arabic in America. We both enjoy teaching and learning online. It's an amazing experience for me as a teacher. I find it so helpful for me, also for the students.
Going into it, people might like have these assumptions that you're supposed to like learn something about refugees or like understand something new, but I think it's like most valuable to realize that like you're not really learning anything new other than that like this is like just another person just like you.
My tutor Mohammed was like so nice and so willing to work with my level of speaking and comprehension.
At the beginning, teaching online was a new experience for me, and it had a lot of challenges, but now I'm used to it, and honestly I'm enjoying teaching Arabic on italki.
I care now, I care more. I care more about the language, I care more about my students. Teaching Arabic is something valuable for me. Maybe give me hope, or I feel gain hope. It's reward for me.
Hi, I'm a language learning app.
Can we move on?
This is a dog.
I don't have a dog.
Repeat after me. This person eats bread.
I want to practice English for my job interview.
Incorrect. You haven't reached this lesson yet. Now repeat after me. This person eats bread.
Fine. This person eats bread.
That's better. Moving on.
¿Cansado de aplicaciones de idiomas inflexibles? Usa italki para aprender como tú quieras aprender y estudiar cualquier idioma con nativos.
Meet Peter. He is learning Chinese. He was studying on his own with textbooks, flashcards, and apps, but is still having problems with basic conversation. This is Maria. She loves learning English, but she doesn't have many opportunities to use it. With italki, Peter and Maria are able to get personal online lessons to help them become fluent in a foreign language. You can start learning a language on italki today. Just follow these 3 simple steps. 1. Select the language. English, Spanish, Chinese, French, Japanese. italki has teachers for every language. 2. Select the teacher. With italki, you can choose from thousands of experienced teachers from all over the world. And 3. Schedule.
皆さんこんにちは、あつこです。Hello, I'm Atsuko. I'm a Japanese teacher living in Bangkok, Thailand. Thank you for visiting my class. Today I'm going to introduce I don't like in Japanese. It's not so difficult for those who don't have any experience of studying Japanese, so don't worry. First, I want to ask you, where do you live? Where are you watching this live streaming? Can you write on the chat? I'm in Bangkok, Thailand. In Bangkok, April is the hottest month in a year. Where do you live? Where do you live? Germany. Oh, I don't know how to say konnichiwa in German. Maybe it's cold in German now. Swiss. Drago-san. You know katakana. Great. How long have you been studying Japanese? Drago-san. Italy. Oh, ciao. Grazie-san. Have you ever studied Japanese before? Norway へ住んでいます。ヨアキムさん。パティクル、ノルウェーに住んでいます。ノルウェーに住んでいます。寒いですね。バンコクはとても暑いです。Okay, let me check. España. Hola, Nando san. Muy encantada de conocerte. Bienvenido. Okay, I think 3 months. Okay. はい。じゃあ、let's get started.Okay, じゃあ let's check the vocabulary. こんにちは。ボリビア。ケビンさん、ボリビア。Ahora está en noche, ¿no? En Bolivia. 今、夜ですね。Es muy tarde. Muchas gracias a visitar mi clase. Ok, vamos a empezar. はい。じゃあ、Look at the picture.Okay, let's check the vocabulary first. Maybe most of the vocabulary you already know or familiar. Okay, so please repeat after me. Can you see the picture? Okay, はい。じゃあ、はい。Repeat after me. 寿司、天ぷら、ラーメン、チョコレート、コーヒー、刺身、お好み焼き、ケーキ、アイスクリーム、紅茶、パエリア、ピザ、パスタ、ワイン、お酒。酒 is normal. お酒 is politer than 酒。ね。O is politeness maker. Okay, last one. ビール。Okay. Then, 寿司ですね。寿司。寿司。I like 寿司。I like 寿司。In Japanese, 私は寿司が好きです。私 means I. What is called particle, which works as a topic maker. 私は noun 寿司が好きです。好きです。What like? ね。Okay, repeat after me. 私は寿司が好きです。Okay. This GA is some people pronounce ga and some people pronounce nga. Both are correct. Both are okay. Generally, Japanese people from Eastern Japan pronounce nga. So I'm from Eastern part of Japan, so I pronounce sushi ga suki desu. And people in the Western part of Japan pronounce ga, strong ga, sushi ga suki desu. Both are okay. So you can choose whichever easier for you to pronounce. Okay. Alright, let's make sentence. I like tempura. I like tempura. In Japanese, 私は天ぷらが好きです。Okay. I like ramen. 私はラーメンが好きです。Many of my students said pronounce ramen, but actually ramen is long vowel. Okay, ramen long vowel です。はい、じゃあ I like chocolate. チョコレートはチョコレート in Japanese. Okay. 私はチョコレートが好きです。Okay. Then, can you make sentence about what you like? So choose a word, what you like, and make sentence using this structure. If you don't know how to say your favorite food drink in Japanese, ask me on the chat. Okay. What do you like? Write on the chat. What do you like? In my case, I like many from these pictures. 私は寿司とラーメンが好きです。いいですね。私もです。にゃんにゃんにちさんちゃんさん。Oh, it's difficult. 今日もありがとうございます。私はチョコレートが好きです。私もです。But here in Thailand, I can't buy chocolate because it melt away immediately. ね、はい、OK です。じゃあ、let's practice negative form. I don't like.I'm Japanese. グラッツィアさん。私はケーキが好きです。私もです。ケーキ。イタリアのケーキ。グラッツィアさん。私はティラミスが好きですよ。ティラミスが好きです。はい。I'm Japanese, but I don't drink お酒。I don't like お酒。ネガティブフォームは、私はお酒が好きじゃありません。好きじゃありません。じゃありません is negative form of です。It looks very different, but actually じゃありません is negative form of です。Okay, let's practice. Repeat after me. I don't like 酒。私はお酒が好きじゃありません。Okay. Then, it's fiction. But for example, if I don't like coffee. コーヒーはコーヒー。ね、negative form is 私はコーヒーが好きじゃありません。Okay, then if I don't like天ぷらsentence is 私は天ぷらが好きじゃありません。ね。Okay, then please write sentences about what you don't like. If you don't know the word in Japanese, ask me on the chat. 私は、お酒が好きじゃありません。ヨアキムさん、私もコーヒーが好きじゃありません。そうですか。コーヒーを飲みませんか？私は毎日飲みますね。はい。What don't you like? What don't you like? Write on the chat, please. 私は お酒が好きじゃありません。ヨアキムさんはコーヒーが好きじゃありません。はい。スーパーさん、私はワインが好きじゃありません。皆さん漢字がわかりますね。Great. 私はコーヒーが好きじゃありません。そうですか。Coffee is not popular. はい、OK です。じゃあ、次は、I'll introduce some adverbs which can be used with 好きです。好きじゃありません。I like sushi a lot. I love sushi. 私は寿司がとても好きです。とても好きです。or 私は寿司が大好きです。大好き sounds more casual than とてもですね。はい。じゃあ、for example, I love paella a lot. I like paella a lot. 私はパエリアがとても好きです。And casual form is 私はパエリアが大好きです。ね。はい。で、there's a remark. とても and 大好き can't be used together in one sentence. Do you know Doraemon song? Maybe Doraemon is very famous, so most of you know Doraemon. You can see the picture of Doraemon on this sheet. And have you ever heard Doraemon song? It says, とっても大好き、ドラえもん、とても大好き。It's grammatically not correct, but it's song, so it's okay. Okay. はい。じゃあ next, if I don't like sushi so much, I don't like sushi so much. 私は寿司があまり好きじゃありません。あまり好きじゃありません。When we use あまり, the conjugation is always negative. So 好きじゃありません。negative form です。Then, what if I don't like sashimi so much? I don't like sashimi so much. How do you say in Japanese? 私は刺身があまり好きじゃありません。ね。Then how about I don't like tea so much. Tea は紅茶です。私は紅茶があまり好きじゃありません。ですね。はい。じゃあ next. I don't like something at all. Not at all. 全然好きじゃありません。全然好きじゃありません。When we use 全然, the conjugation is always negative. じゃありません。ね。はい。じゃあ please make sentence. I don't like sushi at all. I don't like sushi at all. 私は寿司が全然好きじゃありません。はい。にゃんにゃんさん、私はワインがあまり好きじゃありません。そうですか。はい。はい。じゃあ、I don't like wine at all. I don't like wine at all. Can you make a sentence? 私はワインが全然好きじゃありません。ね。はい。The negative form of 好き sounds soft. There is more straight, strong expression. I hate. 嫌いです。嫌いです。じゃあ、I hate sushi. I hate sushi. Of course, it's fiction. I hate sushi. 私は寿司が嫌いです。私は寿司が嫌いです。I hate beer. I hate beer. 私はビールが嫌いです。It's very straight, direct, strong. Okay, and when I want to emphasize, add 大 before 嫌い。私はビールが大嫌いです。Like this. Okay, then let's make sentence using this adverb. choose what you like or you don't like, and add adverb. Okay, please make a sentence right on the chat, please. Use adverb. Right on the chat. My example is 私は刺身が大好きです。私はビールがとても好きです。私はワインがあまり好きじゃありません。私はお酒が全然好きじゃありません。ね、はい、ドラゴンさん、私は餅がとても好きです。餅but can you get mochi in Switzerland? にゃにゃさん、私はケーキがとても好きです。そうですか。アジアンストア、スイスのアジアンストアに餅があります。そうですか。はい、ドラゴンさんは餅がとても好きです。餅はライスケーキ、スティッキーライスケーキですね。はい、OK です。But how do you eat mochi? With cheese? With ketchup? ヨアキムさん、私はキムチがとても好きです。キムチ？ヨアキムさんはノルウェーにキムチがありますか？ Can you get kimchi in Norway? ケビンさん、私はラーメンが本当に大好きです。すごい、ラーメンラバーですね。ラーメン is really popular all over the world. レネさん、まんじゅうがとても好きです。レネさん、can you eat red bean jam? I don't think it's not so familiar taste for foreigners. まんじゅう。You can eat red bean jam. レネさん。it's so impressive. Japanese food is really well known in all over the world. Great. ありがとうございます。ブラックワン。黒いまんじゅう。そうですか。いいですね。はい、OK です。じゃあ、next。じゃあ、私は寿司が好きです。私は寿司が好きです。私はラーメンが好きです。I want to say both. 寿司 and ラーメン。I want to say both. 私は寿司が好きです。ラーメンも好きです。Okay? 私は寿司が好きです。And for the second sentence, ラーメンも好きです。も means also too です。Okay, let's practice. じゃあ、I like pizza and pasta. Pizza, pasta. First sentence is about pizza. Second sentence is about pasta. ね。はい。じゃあ、first sentence. 私はピザが好きです。Second sentence. パスタも好きです。Okay? Then, first sentence. コーヒー好きです。紅茶 also 好きです。コーヒー、紅茶です。はい。Can you make sentences? The first sentence is 私はコーヒーが好きです。Second sentence 紅茶も好きです。Okay? じゃあ、first sentence wine second sentence beer Can you make sentences? Okay. 私はワインが好きです。ビールも好きです。Okay. Then we can put these sentences into one sentence. We can combine them. Okay? 岩kimさん、韓国人の友達は時々キムチをします。キムチを作ります。cook キムチ。Your Korean friends sometimes make kimchi. Okay, I write on the chat. 韓国人のHow can I write chat? Sorry, I don't know. 韓国人の友達 Korean friend. 韓国人の友達が時々キムチを作ります。make. そうですか。韓国人の友達がいますね。はい。スーパーさん、私は寿司が好きです。ビールも好きです。私もです。はい。ありがとうございます。OK。はい。じゃあ、let's combine these sentences into one sentence. Okay, the first sentence is 寿司. Second noun is ラーメン。寿司、ラーメン。I like sushi and ramen. Okay. 私は寿司とラーメンが好きです。Okay, repeat after me. 私は寿司とラーメンが好きです。Okay. This to is like and in English, but not completely same with and in English. Okay? In English, and can connect noun and noun, verb and verb, like come and go, or adjective and adjective, like pretty and cool. But in Japanese, to can connect only noun and noun. Okay? はい。じゃあ、first noun is coffee.Second noun is tea, 紅茶. I like coffee and tea. Okay, let's practice. 私はコーヒーと紅茶が好きです。Okay. Then, noun 1, 天ぷら。Noun 2, okay, long one. お好み焼き。天ぷら、お好み焼き。Okay. 私は天ぷらとお好み焼きが好きです。ね。はい。じゃあ、please make sentence using と A と B, A and B. Choose two nouns. What you like. ヨアキムさん、私は寿司とピザが好きです。OK です。Perfect です。はい、write on the chat. My example is, 私はチョコレートとアイスクリームが好きです。What do you like? にゃんにゃんさん、私はケーキとパスタが好きです。OK です。OK、じゃあ、next question. Do you like sushi? Do you like sushi? Question です。スーパーさん、私はケーキとお茶が好きです。いいですね。ケーキ、お茶、together いいですね。はい。じゃあ、question です。Do you like sushi? 寿司が好きですか？寿司が好きですか？ Just add か in the end of the sentence. か is a question maker and intonation is up. 寿司が好きですか？ And my answer is yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do is はい、好きです。 And if the answer is no, いいえ、好きじゃありません。ね、皆さんは寿司が好きですか？はい、じゃあ、I ask you questions, so please answer in Japanese ね。はい。じゃあ、皆さんは天ぷらが好きですか？ドラゴン氏、納豆が好きですか？うん。私、納豆が大好きです。大好きです。うん。でも、here in Bangkok, I rarely eat 納豆 because rice in Thailand is different from the rice in Japan. はい。ドラゴシさんは納豆が好きですか？納豆、ロングバーベルですね。納豆。ドラゴシさんは納豆が好きですか？ケビンさん、先生、広島のお好み焼きが好きですか？はい。もちろん好きですよ。でも、大阪のお好み焼きも好きですよ。どちらも好きです。はい、違う？納豆好き。ドラゴンさん、納豆が好きじゃありません。ちょっと、ストロングテイストですね。私は大好きです。はい。じゃあ、皆さんはお酒、日本のお酒が好きですか？私は日本のお酒があまり好きじゃありません。日本のお酒が好きですか？ I can read only a little. Only a little です。日本のお酒。It makes me sleepy です。はい、OK。じゃあ、in the answer you can use these adverbs too ね。寿司が好きですか？はい、大好きです。お酒が好きですか？いいえ、あまり好きじゃありません。ネガティブね。はい。じゃあ、look at middle。まあまあです。まあまあです。そうそう、más o menosです。まあまあです。はい。じゃあ、この私はが好きです。This sentence pattern can be used not only for food and drink、ね。じゃあ、見てください。はい。There are various activities、ね。じゃあ、if I want to say, I like にゃにゃさん、日本のお酒があまり好きじゃありません。私もです。ドラゴンさんは日本のお酒が大好きです。そうですか。いいですね。OK です。はい。じゃあ、if I want to say, I like movies. I like movies. Movie is 映画です。そう、私は映画が好きです。私は映画が好きです。はい。じゃあ、I like sports. I like sports. 私はスポーツが好きです。Okay. I like to sing. 私は歌が好きです。I like to dance. 私はダンスが好きです。Okay. I like to travel. 私は旅行が好きです。I like books. 私は本が好きです。I like games. 私はゲームが好きです。にゃにゃさん、私は歌とダンスが大好きです。私もです。歌とダンスが大好きです。はい。にゃなさんは What kind of dance do you do? What kind of dance do you like? どんなダンスが好きですか？私はクラシックバレエが好きです。にゃにゃさんはヒップホップですか？ジャズですか？じゃあ next. I like cooking. I like cooking. 私は料理が好きです。 I like to study. 私は勉強が好きです。にゃにゃさん、all of them. ダンスは全部好きです。all. ダンスは全部好きです。ドラゴシさん、日本語を勉強するが好きです。ドラゴシさん、good example. ドラゴシさん、look, 私は noun が好きです。noun が好きですね。勉強する is verb, not noun. Okay? So, 私は日本語の勉強が好きです。日本語の勉強 is noun. So, 私は日本語の勉強が好きです。Okay? Before が here comes noun です。not verb. ね。Okay? ドラゴシさんは日本語の勉強が好きです。いいです。はい、じゃあ、I like to work. 私は仕事が好きです。Last one. I like Japan. 私は日本が好きです。Okay? ドラゴンさん、日本語の勉強が好きです。OK です。Perfect です。And just add small circle in the end of the sentence. Small circle in the end of the sentence. Then it's perfect. OK. はい。じゃあ、皆さんは映画が好きですか？映画が好きですか？映画が好きですか？私は好きです。じゃあ皆さんは勉強が好きですか？日本語の勉強が好きですか？ヨキムさん、Isn't it also possible to use 勉強するのが好き？そうです。勉強するのが好きです。の、ノミナリゼーションですね。OK です。ヨキムさん、アドバンスですね。日本語ね。映画が大好きです。いいですね。ニャニャさんは日本の映画も見ますか？ Do you watch Japanese movies? 日本の映画を見ますか？じゃあ皆さんは仕事が好きですか？仕事。私は仕事が好きですよ。はい。じゃあ次は、じゃあ、left side 左は何ですか？これは。マンゴーです。マンゴー。right side 右はドリアン。日本語はドリアンです。私はマンゴーが好きです。私はドリアンが好きじゃありません。好きです。好きじゃありません。コントラストです。Okay? マンゴーは好きですが、ドリアンは好きじゃありません。Okay? When I say only about mango, I say 私はマンゴーが好きです。But when I want to say this contrast, particle is は、マンゴーは好きですが、this が means like while in English. Okay? マンゴーは好きですが、ドリアンは好きじゃありません。は for contrast です。Okay? はい。にゃにゃさん、ドラゴシさんは7人の侍が好きです。渋いですね。7人の侍。すごい。昔の映画。にゃなさん、アニメが大好きです。日本のアニメは very famous ね。勉強が大好きです。いいですね。にゃにゃさん has a lot of favorite things ね。I'm sure your life is happy. はい。じゃあ、next example is contrast のは、はい。sorry. よいしょ。はい。じゃあ、left side, beer はビール。right side, ワインです。ビール、好きです。ワイン、好きじゃありません。コントラストです。ビールは好きですが、ワインは好きじゃありません。Okay? So it's long, quite long, but let's try. Repeat after me. ビールは好きですが、ワインは好きじゃありません。はい、じゃあ another example です。Left side, rock and roll. 日本語はロック。Right side, ジャズ。ロック、好きです。ジャズ、好きじゃありません。コントラストです。ロックは好きですが、ジャズは好きじゃありません。ですね。はい。じゃあ、another example. cat は日本語で何ですか？ cat は猫です。dog は犬です。猫、好きです。犬、好きじゃありません。コントラストです。猫は好きですが、犬は好きじゃありません。ね、コントラストです。はい。じゃあ、ドラゴンさん、寿司は大好きですが、納豆は好きじゃありません。あ、そうですか。納豆、ひらがな、ですね。納豆。ロングファイル、納豆。プロナンセーションは納豆。ひらがなは納豆は好きじゃありません。そうですか。私は納豆も大好きですよ。はい。But you can get used to. When I was a child, I didn't like natto so much. But after I became adult, now I love natto. Okay. I recommend you to eat natto, white rice, natto, avocado, wasabi, and soy sauce. You should try. It's so tasty. Okay. はい。じゃあ見てください。Japanese food ですね。納豆は何ですか？納豆は何ですか？納豆はね、fermented sticky beans です。It's very healthy. But it's fermented, so it has strong smell. But it's very healthy. And you might be get used to. 美味しいですよ。はい。はい、じゃあ日本料理は Japanese cuisine です。Japanese cuisine ね。はい、じゃあ let's check the vocabulary. Repeat after me. 寿司、天ぷら、ラーメン、すき焼き、刺身、お好み焼き、うどん、焼き鳥、しゃぶしゃぶ、カツ丼、牛丼。はい。Do you know all of these foods? わかりますか？カツ丼、fried pork on the rice ですね。牛丼は beef rice bowl ですね。はい。when I traveled to France, I was surprised to see 焼き鳥 in France. Grilled beef and mozzarella cheese. It was called 焼き鳥. But tori is chicken. So only chicken can be 焼き鳥. So French 焼き鳥 includes many kinds of grilled meat. ね。はい。ヨアキムさん、しゃぶしゃぶは何ですか？しゃぶしゃぶは、boiled water に、肉、豚肉、pork、sliced pork をしゃぶしゃぶしゃぶ。オノマトピアです。オノマトピア。しゃぶしゃぶしゃぶ。で、boil and dip into the sauce and eat. So, mainly beef or pork ですね。しゃぶしゃぶ。美味しいですよ。You should try. はい。はい。じゃあ、私は寿司が好きです。刺身も好きです。ラーメンも好きです。ナンバーワンは、 刺身です。Number one. When I want to say number one, I like sushi the most. にゃにゃさん、so like hot pot. あ、そう。しゃぶしゃぶ and hot pot. しゃぶしゃぶします。はい。いいですか？はい。I like sushi the most in Japanese cuisine. まずカテゴリーは日本料理、Japanese food。日本料理で刺身が一番好きです。日本料理で刺身が一番好きです。一番 means number one ですね。日本料理で刺身が一番好きです。はい。にゃにゃさん、すき焼きは何ですか？すき焼きはね、ちょっと sweetened soy sauce と、ビーフ、豆腐、vegetables です。boiled together。美味しいです。You should try。日本のビーフは美味しいですから、すき焼きも美味しいですよ。ドラゴンさん、お好み焼きを食べたことがありません。食べたことがありません。あ、そうですか。美味しいですよ。You should try。はい。じゃあ、let's practice。カテゴリーで、noun が一番好きです。ですか？じゃあ、what if number one is 天ぷら。number one は天ぷらです。カテゴリーは日本料理。日本料理で天ぷらが一番好きです。ですね。はい。ドラゴンさん、食べたことがありません。OK です。食べたこと、KO、OK です。はい。はい。じゃあ、what is number one is? じゃあ、number one is すき焼き。すき焼き is number one。日本料理ですき焼きが一番好きです。ね。はい。じゃあ、let's change the category. はい。じゃあ、I don't know how many Spanish people are watching today, but anyway, I prepared Spain 料理、Spanish food ですね。ヨアキムさんは日本料理ですき焼きが一番好きです。you know すき焼き。はい。はい。じゃあ、スペイン料理。let's check the vocabulary. パエリア。生ハム。オムレツ。ガスパチョ。アヒージョ。フィレウア。コロッケ。ポテトサラダ。Potato is potato in Japanese. Salad is salada in Japanese. ね、はい。じゃあ、my number one is アヒージョ。アヒージョです。スペイン料理でアヒージョが一番好きです。ね、皆さんはスペイン料理が好きですか？ I eat Spanish food almost every week です。アヒージョが一番好きです。はい。じゃあ、what if number one is パエリア。パエリア。number one is パエリア。Then、スペイン料理でパエリアが一番好きです。ね。はい。じゃあ、next category です。飲み物。飲み物 is beverage, drinks. はい。じゃあ、let's check the vocabulary first. ワイン。お酒。ビール。ウイスキー。牛乳。コーヒー。紅茶。緑茶。ジュース。In Japanese language, juice means any kinds of non-alcoholic drink, soft drink. In English, juice is 100% fresh fruit juice. But in Japanese, it has wider meaning. ね、はい、ジュース。はい、last one. コーラ。はい、じゃあ私のナンバーワンは、緑茶。緑茶。カテゴリーは飲み物です。Let's make sentence. 飲み物で緑茶が一番好きです。緑茶、ドラゴンさん、緑茶、漢字 for 緑 is green. So green tea です。green tea. Okay. Maybe you know the word ocha. Ocha means any kinds of tea. Kocha, ryokucha, oolong tea include. ですね。Ocha has wider meaning. Okay. 緑茶は green tea です。はい。じゃあ、what if number one is wine? Wine is number one. Sentence is 飲み物でワインが一番好きです。あ、ドラゴンさん漢字 OK です。perfect です。緑茶、そうです。はい。じゃあ、what if number one is じゃあ、coffee。飲み物でコーヒーが一番好きです。ね。はい。じゃあ、next category is fruit. Fruit は日本語で果物です。Okay, let's check the vocabulary. Repeat after me. オレンジ、バナナ、マンゴー、キウイ、いちご。いちご is not from English. We have Japanese word. いちごです。はい。next. メロン、リンゴ、桃、パイナップル、梨、ぶどう。じゃあ、私のナンバーワンはマンゴーです。マンゴー。カテゴリーは果物。fruit、果物です。So sentence is 果物でマンゴーが一番好きです。ね。Then what if number one is peach? Peach は桃。果物で桃が一番好きです。ね。はい。梨、pear。日本の梨は、we have two kinds of pear. 梨 of this shape, like in Europe, 梨. And we have Japanese 梨. It's round, not long. And it has completely different taste. I love both of them. So if you go to Japan, you should try 日本の梨 too. ね。はい。ドラゴンさんは果物でいちごが一番好きです。あ、そうですか。漢字もパーフェクトです。いいです。OK。はい。じゃあ、next category。スポーツ。はい。じゃあ、ボキャブラリーチェックです。サッカー、テニス、バレーボール、バスケットボール、ゴルフ、水泳、マラソン、バドミントン、柔道、空手。はい、柔道と空手は日本オリジンのスポーツですね。はい。じゃあ、私のナンバーワンはswimming、水泳です。カテゴリーはスポーツです。So sentence is スポーツで水泳が一番好きです。Then what if number one is soccer? Number one is soccer. スポーツでサッカーが一番好きです。ね。はい。じゃあ、when I want to ask what is your number one? What do you like the most? Question is, カテゴリーで何が一番好きですか？何が一番好きですか？ So, if I want to ask what do you like the most in Japanese cuisine? Japanese cuisine is category. 日本料理で何が一番好きですか？ね。はい。じゃあ now I want to ask you 日本料理で何が一番好きですか？皆さんは日本料理で何が 一番好きですか？ Tell me your number one. 私は刺身が一番好きです。ヨアキムさんはすき焼きが一番好きですね。ドラゴシさんは寿司が一番好きです。じゃあ、next question. あ、そうです。はい。飲み物。はい。じゃあ皆さんは飲み物で何が一番好きですか？飲み物で何が一番好きですか？私は緑茶が一番好きです。皆さんは？飲み物で何が一番好きですか？ヨアキムさん、ジュースが一番好きです。そうですか。あとは、飲み物。ドラゴシさんは、お酒が一番好きですか？お酒。じゃあ、next question です。はい。果物。ドラゴシさん、緑茶が一番好きです。あ、そうですか。緑茶。はい。ドラゴシさん、you know a lot of 漢字ですね。はい。じゃあ、果物で何が一番好きですか？果物で何が一番好きですか？私はマンゴーが一番好きです。皆さんは？ドラゴシさんは果物でイチゴが一番好きですね。私はマンゴーが一番好きです。And last question is スポーツで何が一番好きですか？スポーツで何が一番好きですか？ヨアキムさん、果物でイチゴが一番好きです。OK です。ドラゴンさん、question. Using Japanese keyboard is easy. You just have to write the transliteration. We're wondering. キーボード Japanese keyboard. You mean keyboard on which there's hiragana, a, i, u. Japanese keyboard with a, i, u, e, o with hiragana. 好き。そう。change to 漢字で。Yeah, we just choose ですね。We don't need to write ですね。はい。じゃあ私はスポーツで水泳が一番好きです。皆さんはスポーツで何が一番好きですか？スポーツでテコンドーが一番好きです。テコンドー。There's a taekwondo gym near my ballet school. すごいですね。ノルウェーにテコンドースクールがあります。Cool. はい。OK です。じゃあ、next let's study. ドラゴシさん、スポーツでバスケットボールが一番好きです。そうですか。Sorry for this very long spelling of バスケットボール。カタカナ Japanese ね。カタカナ English ね。It's very annoying to write バスケットボール with alphabet. So カタカナ is very important ですね。はい。じゃあ、let's study adjectives. Look at the picture. Okay. I'll introduce some basic adjectives, so please repeat after me. Expensive. 高い。cheap. 安い。high or tall. 高い。So expensive, high, tall are same adjectives. 高い。Okay. And low, short. 低い quick, rapid 速い slow 遅い interesting or funny 面白い boring つまらない quiet 静か and lively にぎやか difficult 難しい easy 簡単 famous 有名 and next one has two meanings beautiful or clean same adjective きれい next one kind 親切かっこいい handsome handsome came from English word handsome and last one delicious tasty おいしいね。はい、じゃあ let's make sentence using adjectives. The first topic is 寿司。寿司。寿司 is what's a good adjective to describe 寿司? Maybe おいしい delicious. 寿司 is delicious. Okay, sentence is 寿司はおいしいです。寿司はおいしいです。Topic は adjective です。ね。And we can also say sushi is expensive. Expensive is 高い。ね、sushi is expensive. Sentence is 寿司は高いです。Okay, let's make sentence. じゃあ東京。東京。What adjectives can we use to describe Tokyo? For example, にぎやか、lively, にぎやか。ね。東京はにぎやかです。じゃあ、東京、interesting. 東京は面白いです。東京は面白いです。Then let's change the topic. 富士山。富士山は、はい、高い。富士山は高いです。And of course, 富士山 is beautiful. 富士山は綺麗です。富士山は綺麗です。Okay. Then what if I want to use two adjectives? 富士山 is tall, high, and beautiful. Beautiful. I want to say both. Then I can say first sentence. 富士山は高いです。富士山は高いです。そして綺麗です。Okay. In the second sentence, we can omit the subject because it's obvious. Okay, repeat after me. First sentence. 富士山は高いです。そして綺麗です。Okay. じゃあ、新幹線は maybe many people around the world know 新幹線 so it's famous 有名 and rapid 速い有名速い let's make two sentences okay 新幹線は有名ですそして速いです okay じゃあ新幹線は速いです very convenient but expensive. Yeah, it's really expensive. Expensive is 高い。新幹線は速いです。速いです。It's positive. 高いです。My feeling is negative. When I want to say positive thing and negative thing together, we don't use そして but we use でも or が。Okay, when I use でも、新幹線は速いです。でも高いです。新幹線 is rapid but expensive. 新幹線は速いですが高いです。Okay, both of them are same meaning. But when we use でも、it sounds more casual. Okay? にゃにゃさん、スイスは高いです。そして綺麗です。スイスは高いですが、 綺麗です。うん。はい。物価が高いです。物価。price of things。スイスは物価が高いです。うん。でも、綺麗です。ね。はい。で、when we use でも、there are two sentences. sentence 1 finish. でも sentence 2。はい。で、when we use が、it's only one sentence. Then what if we switch the order of the adjective? 新幹線は高いですが早いです。早いですが高いです。It doesn't mean the same thing. When the second adjective is positive, negative, the total impression is negative. And the second adjective is positive, the total impression is positive. Okay. はい。じゃあ、that's all for today. Thank you for joining my class today. If you want to continue to study Japanese more, visit the website of italki and find the best teacher for you. And now you can get a promotion for your first booking. So don't miss this chance. Okay. じゃあ、ありがとうございました。さようなら。またね。